broski. Broski. Bro. Broski. Bro. Yeah! Paddington! What a glorious, glorious day to be alive, chat. Oh my god, it's a splendid day to be a COD Mobile player, my Chattington. Ain't that right? No. Oh my god, what is this? Did you guys just see that? Did you guys just see that? Ain't no way. We got a juicy little stinger, though. Little transition theme, briskito. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing today? We all having a great day? We better be, broski. Let me turn the game audio on just in case we see people joining and leaving into the games. But this time in our qualifiers, we actually have too many crazy teams. Like, so many crazy teams that it's going to be diabolical today, bro. It's actually going to be diabolical today because, oh, bro. The only saving grace for this, chat, is the fact that more teams are going to go through. Like, that's the only saving grace. Like, there's more teams going through this tournament instead of, I guess, recent tournaments where we've only had 2 teams going through. There should be, Madnan can confirm, 4 teams. 4 teams going through from today's qualifier. Usually it's only 2. But we decided, you know what? Since I goddamn love this community so much, we're going to get 4 community teams. So that means a player like you can qualify and play against the best players on the planet. Easier. I say easier, but it's not easy. Because this qualifier is still the other 25 best players in the entire planet within it. You know, so I say easier, but it's not easy, Chattington. Okay, so just keep that in your mind when you watch these games today. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath. It's going to be a crazy bloodbath, my Pookie Barringtons. Holy membership. Did Madman give out another 50? Yo, shout out to Tectonic, chat. There was a guy called Tectonic. Oh, I actually literally changed the wrong thing on my TikTok, bro. I was so distracted earlier. Madman knows why, broski. We had hella stuff come up in the pipeline. But yeah, shout out to Tectonic, man. It was a guy randomly yesterday came in and gifted us like 5 TikTok universes just out of the blue. Completely out of the blue. Never seen anything like it, broski. But yeah, it meant we were a little bit all over the place just moments ago, chat. Not gonna lie, so I need to push stuff over there on TikTok, YouTube. You're all good, don't worry about it. We'll get into the teams in just a moment, Chattington. Don't worry, I'll look through all the teams, but for now, I'll go down the list. I'm sure you guys can recognize a bunch of these people already. A lot of them are kind of already known for the most part, especially in our tournaments. They come through a lot of different qualifying stages, and they've been in a lot of different qualifiers, I guess in the last like 2 years now. We're coming up on 2 years since we started this whole scene. And back in 2024, the summer of 2024. But I'm going to run it through real quick. We're going to start the game in a couple of minutes. But before we get into the game chat for our qualifiers today, I'm going to go through the teams really quick. I'll not call out each individual name, but you'll notice that there are a couple of notable teams in here from many Dynasty rosters in the past. So a lot of different teams have actually disbanded and became new teams that are now in the qualifiers when they were usually straight into the finals, chat. So we'll go through them really, really quick for you guys, these teams. Team number 1 is Top 25. This is Loading, Andrew, Nagdi, and Sleuth. Loading, Nagdi, and Sleuth. Now, Andrew's also really good, but Loading, Nagdi, and Sleuth, I think they're like the top 3... I don't want to say top 3 European players, because obviously you got Slayer in there, you got Low-Techs in there. I'm going to say top 10. I'm going to say top 10. They're like top 10 EU-ish players. I mean, they're all over the place, but I just consider them EU because that's like the tournament series that they play in. And so these guys are really good. Andrew's also very, very good as well. Down below them in Team 2, we've got No Sleep Gaming. That's Dagon Flixie, who we've seen in many different tournaments. iShade, who's making a name for himself in Rogue. Then we'll go down. We've got Extreme 46 / Fury Esports. This is Senior J, Kus Bolivia, and Pavas. They're really, really known as well. Team 4 is Poison Ivy. They're the Filipino team that we've seen last qualifiers. They qualified into the finals, and they also had a really good run in the finals. So they barely made it in, and then they had a really good, exciting run in the finals last tournament, which actually wasn't that long ago. It was like 2 weeks ago, if even. It could have been, bro, it was literally like last week or 2 weeks ago, bro. It was so quick since we set up the next tournament. But Team 5 is Team Marana. That's COD Ninja, Pingolo, West, and Ox. They also cooked in last qualifiers. Unfortunately, they fell off a lot in the finals. It was a disappointing performance, to say the least. But hopefully they can do a little bit better in this one. Then Team 6, we've got the Rejected. Now, I don't know if they named themselves this because they got rejected from their old team. I actually don't know the story behind this, but I'm going to leave it over to Madnan. And Madnan, you go and tell me and get information on why these guys are called the Rejected. Back when I used to play inside of tournaments on other games, there was a team called Team Rejects, and they essentially created a super team out of like players from all the different teams that couldn't find their own 4-man roster. And I'm wondering if that's what this is, and that's why they've named themselves the Rejected. That's team number 6, chat. Going down the board even more, we've got Icons. You guys know them. They've actually won an event in the past. These guys are French. We've got Mixed Intern. What? This team number 8 is Romania, Japan. I think that's the Egyptian flag. And then Nigeria. Is that Romania? I think it's Romania. They have 4 different countries and 4 different continents. No, 3 different continents on their team. Oh my god. Then we got Team 9, Redmond. You already know Redmond. They've been in so many of our tournaments in the past. Team number 10, the Go Esports. These guys are all across America, north and south. Then we've got Team 11, Rogue Squadron. I'm not familiar with these dudes, but they're from South Africa. The whole roster's from South Africa. So good to see a good South African team in here. Team 12 is called Band? They just called Band. I thought they would have a different name, but they're from, it looks like Oceania. So this might be the first Oceania-based team that have entered themselves into a qualifier on our tournament. Chat, the first Oceania-based team inside of a qualifier. Team 13, we've got Vision. This is a Turkish and Europe team. Team 14 is completely Nigerian. All 4 of them called Classic Esports. Team 15 is Melandros. They are South American. Team 16 is Filipino. They're known as Synergy. I recognize these guys, but we haven't seen them play a lot in the past. Team 17 is Jackalverse. These guys must be the Jackal people. Oh, they are. I recognize their name from last qualifiers. They used the Jackal the whole qualifiers, did. The whole way through it. Team 18 is QTRKF. That is a European team. Team 19 is Zenith, which I believe would mean that they're friends with Lotex, because Lotex is also called Zenith. Not sure. We'll have to get an update on that as well as we go through the tournament. Team 20 is 7K Celtic Druids, or Celtic Druids. These guys are from Nigeria. Team 21 is First Place Only. These guys are from Europe. Is that? I'm not sure what that flag is. It looks like Argentina, but I know it's not. Team 22 is Enigma Legend Dracaris. They're from North and South America. Team 23 is Azures. That's Iwar, Zoom, Dixie, and Shakta. That team has changed quite a lot since it was first formed. That's interesting. Team 24 is KR. They're just called KR. They got Supermo, Yorichi, Sensei, King Farms. Team 25 is Prime. Those guys are from Colombia, chat. People who are asking in the chat, where's 4K? They've already qualified into the finals. There's other Filipino teams in here. There's actually 3 or 4 different Filipino teams in here trying to qualify through into the finals. And between me and you guys, the qualifiers actually dictate where the server goes. So, for example, if 2 or 3 of these Filipino teams, keep in mind, there's only 4 Filipino, like teams with Filipino players in here, and 2 of those teams have 4 Filipino players, right? So if those 2 teams that have 8 Filipino players total qualify into the finals, the likelihood of the finals being a Filipino regional MS is super high. But if 4 European teams get into the finals, then it's definitely going to be a European MS. So the server is picked based off the qualifying teams that get into the finals. It's not based off us. They dictate who actually gets the server because it's based off how many teams are from a certain region or how many players are closest to the server, and then the game picks which server it goes to. So that's why the qualifiers are really, really important, Because if multiple Filipino teams qualify, it's probably going to be on the Indian server, which is the closest global server to Philippines. If a bunch of EU players qualify, it's either going to be Middle East or Europe. And then if LATAM qualifies, it's definitely going the whole way over to America. 100% is going to go the whole way over to them. They've got it a couple of times in the past, but it's very rare where LATAM gets the server. Usually it goes to Europe or it goes to Asia. Either way, chat, we're ready to start game number 1, broski, as soon as Mad9 gets into it. I'll talk a little bit about the rules while we're getting into it as well. If you want to watch on the main broadcast, on my main iFerg live channel, you'll be able to see the rule set up on your screen. There's 5 games today. All maps are going to be played on Isolated. This will be the last tournament for a while where Isolated is the only map. We're going to bring back Blackout in the next tournament after the no shotguns tournament. But keep in mind, the only things banned right now are shotguns and teaming up. Now, you're probably thinking, Berg, what about that medic carrier? What about Jackal? What about everything else? For qualifiers, we're not banning anything else. It's only shotguns and only teaming up. We were debating banning the new medic carrier, but I want to see how people use it inside of this tournament for the qualifiers. So we're not banning it for qualifiers. We're not sure if it will make it to the finals. We'll wait and see, because if it becomes a problem and it is way too overpowered, then we will probably take it out. But I really don't like banning things inside of Battle Royale tournaments. I feel like that's the reason why multiplayer tournaments are not watched, because so much of the stuff that's available to us inside of multiplayer ranked can't be used inside of the multiplayer esports format. And I feel like between me and you guys, we don't want to watch something where we can kind of feel like we're one of the players. So we obviously don't keep up to date with that side of esports. Whereas the reason why our events do so well is obviously because of you guys, obviously because of the other creators. But again, we like to keep as many different things inside of the tournaments as possible. So it really feels like these guys all just randomly got in one game of BR and are battling it out. And then we single one thing out and we ban it for that particular event. Like, for example, this one is no shotguns. These people can use whatever they want except the shotgun. That's the only rule. And of course, you can't team up because that's just petty. And I'm not a petty guy. Mad9 knows I'm not petty, bruh. Alright. It will be on the players to not use shotguns. If a player does get a kill with the shotgun, because it's qualifiers, their team will just be disqualified. Obviously, it will not happen in the finals, but qualifiers can be a little bit iffy. It can be a little bit iffy, chat, as we get into game number 1 on our qualifiers for this No Shotguns $10,000 tournament, me broski. There's a lot of different players in this, chat, from a lot of different regions. Many from Africa, Philippines, Europe, Latin America, even Oceania has finally made it into a tournament. We've been asked for ages to bring Oceania players into these events, and just nobody was able to sign up. Luckily, we've got an 18+ team here able to sign up, and we'll definitely be watching them as the games go on, chat. As the games go on, my little scrumdiddlyumptiouses. But yeah, thanks again for all of the people behind the scenes that make these things possible. Our administration team, aka the Intangibles, are always cooking. Okay, chat, so we got an update on Soy Topo's team. He let us know that they were rejected because they didn't want to play with us. So these guys really are a collection of players that were rejected from their previous team, and they made a new team. And just based off my experience alone, when a bunch of rejected players come together, they're usually really, really good at the game, because they have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, chat. They got something to prove. Oh, you think we weren't good enough to be on your team? Well, we're gonna take them down in the next tournament. That's usually what they're thinking while things go on. But going over to Ivy, they are having a terrible start for our qualifiers of the $10,000 No Shotgun Cup, aka the No Shotgun Showdown. Bad start for them. It's only 2 players left so far. Licht is also last alive now. He goes down, but luckily, I believe his teammates, he got knocked and they got eliminated. I thought they came back because he got knocked, but they're fully out. They are fully out, chat. What? Ain't no way, bro. ain't no way one of the Filipino teams are out instantly first team to die. Keep in mind, Ivy made it through the qualifiers last time, and they might not even make it through the qualifiers this time after they had an amazing performance in the previous $10,000 tournament. Looking over to COD Ninja, remember these guys are known as Marana, and they got into the finals, but they had a disappointing performance in it. Comparatively speaking, Ivy barely made it into the finals, but had a great performance in the finals instead. Whereas Marana usually perform pretty well in the quals, and then they fall off in the finals. Only team to drop so far is Ivy from the Philippines. There is other teams from that country and region inside of the qualifiers though, so we'll catch up with those guys in just a second. I know I got a lot of people who love Shade inside of TikTok. I'm not as familiar with Shade as a lot of you guys are, but I get so many spam comments on our TikTok chat about this particular player. So fingers crossed he does something good. Fingers crossed he can step up to the plate. I'm hoping for that. Then we've got Kust, Bolivia, Senor J, and Pavas. This is quite the super team for Latin America, if I do say so myself. The only player that I wouldn't see as super would be Pavas, but even then, he's been dropping crazy kills in our recent tournaments, so I actually expect these guys to definitely go through. If I was to give one pick straight off the bat, I'm going to say Team 3 are going through. I'm gonna say Team 1 are going through. I'm gonna say, before this game started, I would have said that Ivy are gonna go through, but because they died instantly, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna pick Soy. It's between Soy Topo and COD Ninja's team are gonna go through. And I don't know, bro. I've never seen Shade and Flixie, like, at the top of a leaderboard before. You know, they've never absolutely cooked inside of an event, so I don't want to use them as my fourth option. Remember, I'm gonna choose Icon. I'm gonna choose Icon. So I've got Icon, I've got Team 3, Team 1, Team 7. Oh, I don't want to put Ivy in there, bro. Screw it, I'll go with Shade just because, you know, these guys are doing good. They're doing good at the first game, so I'm going to go with those guys for my 4. For my 4 who I'm picking, chat. For my 4 who I'm picking that I actually genuinely think will get through. That's who I'm saying. Team 1, Team 2... Team 7, and then it's a mix between 5 and 6. One of those guys are gonna get through, but I don't know which one it would be. 1, 2, yeah. It's actually all the people at the top. So Madnan basically puts the teams that he think have the best shot of winning at the top of the team list, and he's actually made a really good decision because these guys are all amazing. All of the people at the top of the team list this time around in the qualifiers are teams that I would say could go through. Whereas you got a lot of players as you go down. Here's Sin. These guys are from Philippines, Synergy Gaming. I'm not sure how they'll play today. Obviously, they're not playing on their version of the app, so we'll have to see if they're able to withstand the absolutely crushing nature that is Latin America, Africa, Europe, and Middle East, along with Oceania. Can't forget Oceania, chat. Can't forget the guys over in Oceania because they are in this tournament. And she had picked up another right there from a car explosion. This is Zenith. The players who I did mention earlier that should be friends with Lotex, because that's his team. Him and Slayer are good friends with those guys. Airdrop incoming. We'll go over to the different side of the map here. Catch up with Kus, Senior J, Bolivia. These players are from Latin America. They're using the artery skin. Are they all using it? Oh, they are. I love when teams do this, bro, and they're all coordinated. I love seeing them be all coordinated, dude, with each other. Hell yeah, bro. Let me actually put on Tickfinity. I always forget to put on Tickfinity at the start of tournament streams. I'm such a bad TikTok streamer, bro. I'm definitely a YouTube streamer at heart. 100% I am. I just moved to TikTok at the same time as YouTube recently, so I always forget that stuff. They've spotted a team here right below them. I don't think they'll jump out on these guys, bro. Unless they got server advantage. If they got server advantage, then maybe they'll jump out of them. For now, it looks like they're going right past him. And we'll hop on board with another team here. As Mikey's last alive on his roster, his entire team got obliterated. Also, chat, good fix. They got a soft patch out. We mentioned it to Activision in the last call I had with them, and they were able to fix the issue that we had with the Battle Royale teams. You can see they're all different colors now. Before, they were all red. And it looks like it was Maruf here from the Jackalverse team that was able to get all 3 of Mikey's teammates blown up in a car, which is absolutely ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous players, though, looking over towards loading, they're able to get their drop right here, AK-117 in hand. That was last event we actually decided to ban it, but this time you're allowed to use it as much as you could possibly dream. He's also got the Tempest, which in my opinion has become arguably one of the most effective utility weapons inside of COD Mobile. Everyone is rocking it. At least 1 or 2 players on every single team has now been using the Tempest for the last, I would say, 3 or 4 events. Let's go and check out Soy Topo, because he's decided he wants to use the Jackal now instead of being a ground troop. There is another player in the Jackal right now, obviously known as Marif. We've seen him get a bunch of kills. Absolutely, chat. There is a bunch of Garena teams in here as well. You guys know I always let Garena players play in this as long as they can use the global app.
Enemy down. Enemy eliminated.
Kirsten and his team are already up to 3 kills, and it seems like the NSGAG boys, aka team number 2, are having a great start to their game. Especially considering the first game provides a lot of momentum for where you're going to go in a 5-game series. This should end up, I would say, a pretty good day for them if they're able to keep this up. Nagdi and Loading already in the zone. Let me see what the zone's looking like. So nobody again opting to go for early game rotations, which is how I used to like to play Battle Royale back in the day. Soy Topo getting shot out of the sky here from Nagdi. Not able to take him down. There is a couple of players over on top of this hill. They could get an easy pick here considering all 4 of their team are right beside each other. They got snowboards, they've got utilities, and they also have one of the cars. Seems like they might be a team that goes into the zone. They might rotate around the hill, check out areas, and then push in. That would put them across over by Soy Topo. I think he's been shot out of the Jackal. We'll hop on board with him and make sure that he has. Yep, exactly. He's been shot out of the Jackal by team number 1 and a bunch of different teams on the hill. He spotted them right there. This is going to be an OG team that has been in our events so many times in the past. Shooting right down at them to get out of that situation. You don't want to take that fight, but his teammates are there now. Keep in mind, this team is called Rejected because it's a bunch of different players from teams that rejected them in previous events. Going down the list, I want to see where Icons are in all of this, as they've actually won a tournament, a $10,000 tournament in the past. Keurig Magma, closest to the other roster. They don't know who this is. And ENL, I can see Goncito. He has a couple of fans over on TikTok. But they're not going to take that fight, and instead they're going to opt for a different location. These guys are already in the zone. They're not in the middle of it, but they are in it. My favorite place would probably be up on top of the hill over there. Take that. Use some sort of vehicle to their advantage. But they're going to stay on the edge and probably rotate in late. Again, it depends. How good is this medic carrier going to be, chat? How good is the medic carrier going to be? We got a completely new BR revamp this update that a lot of people really aren't talking about enough when it comes to the tournaments. There's no more kinetics in the game, and you have these different things that you can pick up, like the heavy plate carrier, where it increases armor HP limit by 50. That's an extra normal plate. Well, I guess an extra plate because we don't have any of the other plates anymore. And you've also got the medic carrier as well, which allows you to do self-revive outside of zone. So there's going to be med stratting in this. That's why we didn't ban anything, because we don't know how overpowered it's going to be. And this will be our first experience with it. We'll be able to see just how overpowered the different things are inside of the game. And even then, if it is overpowered, do we really want to stop that from being in the finals? I don't think so. I think it would be fun to see what the finals would come up to with all of this OP stuff in it. For now, I think there's a couple of shots going down there, and it's going to be Shade in a little bit of a fight here. Flixie's able to take down one, but where are the other players? Iran has been spotted here. He gets taken down by Dagon, his teammate. Now 1 left over by the hill. See ya later. Another kill on Shade's back. And these guys with 7 eliminations already. 20 teams left to go. This could be a 20 kill performance and a win from team number 2. You know that another team is out there, though. We'll hop on and see what Flixie's gonna do. Nothing much if they've got third-partied from behind. Shade uses an SMRS, but he's not able to do much with it. He did get his health back, which is good, but he needs to rotate around the side here as he's getting targeted. Flixie still in a tough spot as he gets cluster-naded outside of the zone. Snowboard in hand, though, which is gonna really help him out on the rotation. And now they have this divot down on the side of the hill, and they'll get out of there real quickly. 8 eliminations. They're definitely our top fraggers for game number 1 so far. But there are other teams around them. Little hit with the HDR. Not going to do it, though. Going to hit the side of the wall instead of the player. Let's see where team number 1 is in all of this. You guys are very familiar with Loading, Zuth, and Nagdi. They've been in many different tournaments before. Snowboard not being used to go down and take that kill. On to Simple. Still no hits on him. These guys are pretty much out of the action now. Whereas team number 3 are in the action. They've spotted a couple of players right beside them. It looks like they split up here perfectly. Ooh, one of them should have went further around to the left-hand side. It was Kust who should have went around that place, and they would maybe be able to go for a pinch. Not going to happen for now, though. Marana on the other side have lost one of their players. He's going to come back into the revive flight. Pingolo also down. SMRS is being used. Is this the team we were watching just moments ago? It looks like it. Zenith. Taking down and fully eliminating Pingolito, also known as Pingolo. COD Ninja and West, way far out. Looks like COD Ninja's their last hope of getting the players back, but he's probably going to get knocked here from the side. Not before he takes one down and gets an elimination point for the team. Goncito able to take him down. One of the fan favorites for the qualifiers. On TikTok, a lot of people really, really like him. However, we're going to go and tag on the back of Icon as I see Magma getting a knock across the map here with the sniper. I'm going to assume he's using a concussion mag onside this DLQ. They still didn't get a confirmed kill. Another knock comes in. They're in 0 kills right now. I've seen them get 4 different knocks, but 0 kills. They've been performing well in previous events, but it's been a while since we've seen them get on top of the Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale esports. Shot goes down, able to land one, not able to land the second, though. Knock's not going to come through here because he missed that shot. Yama helps him out. Takes down one. The revive's going to come through, unfortunately, because he is behind the hill, and I'm going to assume he probably has a self-revive medic carrier. This is insane. Do all of them have DLQs? 3 DLQ Omega Megawatt mags and 1 Annihilator. So these guys are obviously going for those longer range fights. They're all rocking AK-117s. Remember, they were banned in the last tournament, and now they're fully usable inside of this event. The only thing banned is a shotgun, chat. No shotguns allowed. We'll hop on over and see where the next zone is. They're inside it already, so they don't need to worry too much, but we'll hop on board with another team now as we've been watching these guys for a while, and they haven't confirmed any kills. Shots going down. Another sniper player here as well. What the? Huh? I couldn't even see that, guys. Luth, what was that? Yo, somebody check his hard drive. Somebody check his hard drive. What was that? He's been known as a great sniper for many months. Actually, over a year when he used to play in Ackman's team, we always seen Zluth popping off with a DLQ. Now, I have no clue where he's shooting at right now, but he's shooting at somebody. So clearly there's a guy so far away from us that we can't actually see him. There we go. We see the medic. So Zluth can obviously spot him, but we cannot see him outside of the zone. Yet to land a shot over onto... Ah! Ah! Somebody check his device! I can't see these people he's killing! He's shooting at nothing! He's shooting at nothing! And he's killing people! What the hell? What the hell, Doug? What the hell, Dougie Doug? Not only that, we've got Icon also shooting at people across the map over on the other hill. Nah, somebody needs to check this. What is going on here, brother? They got some explosive, and Nagdy's doing it from the same range. He just knocked somebody too. There's no way they're knocking people from across the zone that I can't see. I literally can't see those guys that they were knocking. That is unbelievable. They're so far outside the zone. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. I can't believe they were actually cooking right there. Let's hop on board with Icon and see where they're shooting at. Okay, so they're on the opposite side of the zone here. Good for now. They don't need to worry about too much. There's only 16 teams left alive in the first game of our qualifiers. Remember, there is only 5 total games and 4 spots up for grabs. 8 kills still on the board here for team number 2. Able to take down a couple more. There they go. Straight up to 11. They're taking down the other Filipino team. Synergy Gaming are out of game.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Did we just see that? Were we all witness to that? Adnan, check if Flixie's streaming. Check if Flixie's streaming, buddy. Cause like, I know my eyesight is not the best, but brother, on my screen, he just tried to shoot somebody through a hill. Flixie, bro. Flixie. Brother. You may have just got a generational clip for your TikTok. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause bro, the entire chat's gonna think you're cheating after that. That was crazy, bro. So I have confirmed he is live. So if you want to go and see him, you're more than welcome to do so. But what the heck was that? That was unbelievable. Shade dies outside the zone. I think he's gone. I know we got a lot of love for Shade inside of the TikTok chat, but he's out of here. Let's hop on to a team that I think could win this game, though. Team number 1. Arguably the best European team inside of the qualifiers. They got 10 kills on the board, all 4 players alive. I absolutely love this team, man. They're always super nice to us. They always treat the intangibles, the administration team with respect. We love them a lot. We love having them in the events. They have 10 total kills here, though. And the zone is exceptionally small. I can't even see it when I... Ah! What is with these teams being god tier with the snipers? They don't even aim down the full way, bro. Up on over to loading now. He hits another player through the smoke with the Tempest. This actually might be better than the finals in terms of skill, chat, because what is this? Everyone is landing shots across the map. Icon's gotten a little bit of a mess here over across the other side of this hill. And it looks like there's another team inside of the tar. These guys might be in a difficult situation as they need to rotate into the zone, but I did see a knock come through from Andrew here. Don't know if it was an SMRS or a nade, but it was something. Zluth takes a knock as well. They're shooting over onto the rejected team on the other side, but it looks like they're gonna push right up into Icon, who are trying to take the tar off that different roster that we've never seen before, and it looks like it's not gonna happen if they lose one of their players. Now throwing smokes to get into the zone. Remember, class abilities are able to be used here. Defender goes down from the side, but this is a bad situation for them to be in, and the last player is Sweet Dreams. Arguably one of the best players inside of my region and the entire world. He's trying to make it in here. Wouldn't take that fight if I was him. They're all gone. Icon falls early in this late game. 6 teams still alive for now. One of the players are dead over on team number 1. This is Andrew Nagdi loading in Sleuth. Players right above them right here. Nagdi's able to take him down, but there's one more. Future gets turned on. Bang! See you later. Oh, but he gets taken out by the last player right beside him. Just as Soy Topple was going to come in and give him a little bit of a hand here. 8 kills on the board for him. Venisar, last alive for the rejected team of Latin America. Like we said when we hopped into these qualifiers, this team was made up of players that were not able to get a spot in their original teams, and now they've all came together as rejected pro players and died in game number 1. But at least they got a bunch of kills. Surprisingly enough, these guys are gonna win the game. Didn't foresee this coming, but team number 2 are actually going to take the win for the first game of the day. No Sleep Gaming, aka NSG, 16 kills. Could get 17 here, but Bolivia's going to kill himself in the zone, I bet. That's exactly what he wants to do. Okay, bro. Bro was aura farming, killing himself. Unbelievable. GG's, they're able to take first place with 16 kills on game 1. Keep in mind, these guys didn't qualify last time. They played decent, but I think they've been grinding over the past couple of weeks, so maybe they're good enough to make it into the finals from the qualifiers. It's yet to be seen, but I mean, what we did see there was Flixie shooting through a hill, which was unbelievable. Good job to them for recovering, as they'd lost 2 of their players to the zone just before that end game started, with one of them being Shade, their top fragger. Remember, I was saying he's gonna die outside his zone. He got back in, he survived, they won the game. That's exactly why you want all 4 players alive into that late game. But let's see where all the regions kind of stacked up, because after game number 1, Philippines are nowhere to be seen. The Philippines teams got eliminated. Ivy was first to fall, which you can see them down at 25th out of 25 teams. 0 points off of game number 1. That's really gonna hurt them. Getting 0 points in a 5-game series, it's absolutely terrible. Zenith died early as well. Unfortunately, we got the Jackalverse team in there at 19th. We've seen a little bit of them. Synergy Gaming, another team from the Philippines, unfortunately doing terrible. Only a couple of kills on their back. As we go up the roster, we can see Hypno in there. In team number 13, they finished in 10th. We can see Icons bowed out a little bit early at 8th place. Surprising performance from them. I kind of thought they would do a little bit better. Team number 23, we got Wars team. They finished in 9th with a couple of kills, not too much. But as expected... Damn. Hey, yo, damn. Team number 22. Doncito's team... I know they didn't finish top 3, but that's not a bad amount of kills. That's not a bad amount of kills at all. That's way more kills than what I thought they got, and they split them between the teammates too. They actually got similar, or if not the same kills, as loading Andrews, Luth, and Nagdi. Good job from them. I'm surprised by that. They might even make it into the finals based off these performances if they can keep this up. We see Marana there finishing in 4th with 1 kill total. That's a terrible performance from them. They actually qualified last tournament. And then top 3, of course, we got the most dominant teams so far. We got the Rejected. In beside the Rejected, we got another team of players, which I would argue are players from different rosters coming together, which is known as Extreme 46 and Fury Esports in its 2nd place, and then NSG. Pull up the kills here. You can see all of the best teams, very similar kill performances. We got 16 kills. We got 15, 15, 14, 14, and 10. So we got a lot of similar kill performances coming through from all of those top teams that I mentioned at the start of game number 1. But we're going to get ready to go into game number 2 in just a moment as we tally up the scoreboard from everyone that participated in game 1. Remember, the only rules are no shotguns and, of course, no teaming up, bro, because that's petty. And chat, of course. Yeah, broski's not petty, man. You know what I'm saying, chat? For the people asking on TikTok, where's 4K? They're qualified, man. I think it's pretty obvious that they're in the finals already, all right? Yeah, I think it's safe to say, like, obviously they're in there. But yeah, chat, we'll get ready for game number 2. Surprising performance, in my opinion, from Team 22, Enigma, Legend, Drakarish. I'm just going to call them Enigma. We'll call them Enigma from now on. That's Julio, Goncito, Yimbo, and Simple. These guys are, of course, from America. Both North and South America on this roster, but the whole team is from the Americas. And with that surprising performance, I'm actually wishing them the best. I know a lot of people over on TikTok love Goncito, so fingers crossed that they do really well going into the next couple of games. No shotguns have been used just yet, which is great. Did someone team up? No, nobody's teamed up in this tournament. They did in the past, way back when we first started, which is why we implemented that rule, but that was back in 2024. No African teams? No, there are. There are African teams. There are many different African teams inside of the qualifiers. There's also many different teams from Europe, Philippines, Latin America, North America, Middle East, and there's actually even Oceania. Surprisingly, Oceania inside of this tournament. For the first time ever, we've got a full 4-man of Oceania team. For people who are actually in the Oceania region, I know there's not a lot of you guys, but I'll say the team anyway. It's Team 12 are from Oceania, which is Salty, Hunter, Zappy, and Patty. I'm interested to see what they do. So far, it hasn't been much from them. They haven't done too much. They haven't done too much, chat. If you can't see your favorite team, chat, more than likely they are in the finals already. Ah, okay, Madman. Okay. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me, Madman. We'll get into game number 2 as soon as we're ready. Anybody from my nation, Antarctica? Great. No, chat. There's nobody from Antarctica. What were the African positions? Not sure. We'll get the scoreboard updated as soon as we can. And if Madman wants to start game number 2, we're ready to go. What tournament is this? It's the $10,000 qualifiers for the No Shotgun event. So the No Shotgun event will be held next weekend. This is the qualifiers for teams that are trying to make it into the finals and play against the best players inside of the entire world. That's what we are going up against here, chat. Some of the best players of all time play in these tournaments to try and make themselves more known in the scene, especially if they make it to the finals. A lot of players have created quite the legacy based off the tournaments over the last 2 years. I'm sure you know a lot of the players. One of the players has been winning a lot recently on multiple different games at this point. There's 5 rounds. There is 5 rounds, chat, for the qualifiers, and then 7 rounds for the finals, which will be held next weekend. You'll see another TikTok get posted about that this week, chat, so don't worry about that. We'll give you guys a little bit of a reminder on TikTok, and of course on YouTube. We'll put it in a social community tab that you guys can see the date and the time. Getting into game number 2 here. Disappointing performance from Ivy. Hopefully they do a little bit better from the Philippines inside of this next game, as they really let us down. I was kind of rooting for them too. I always root for Ivy. They did good last time. They did good last time for sure. Getting into game number 2 now, chat. Thanks everyone for following and subscribing. Appreciate you guys. My cookies, my cookies. Oh, there we go. I'm interested to see if anyone goes to the similar spots of other teams. Like, are there going to be any teams that go to places like Ski Town? I know a lot of Filipinos like to land there because of the snowboard. Holy Father's sad? Why is he sad? He's already in the finals. Unless he's sad because of some other reason. We got all love for him. iFerg for hosting these tournaments. It's always fun to watch. Thanks, Hans. I appreciate the support, man. It's actually our favorite thing to do. It's weirdly enough, I guess it's because I used to compete so heavily inside of so many different games that now that I don't compete on any professional level when it comes to like actual video games, just being able to host the tournaments ourselves makes me feel like I'm still a part of it. You know, whereas before all I cared about was winning the event. Now all I care about is having the best event we possibly can, which is why we're looking for studios to host finals out of. Of course, qualifiers are a little bit, you know, we're not too professional on qualifiers. I can talk to you guys, whereas in the finals, I really don't get to read the chat too much because I'm trying to be an actual host. Whereas qualifiers are a little bit of a mixed bag of both. Looks like these guys landed over on Overgrown. NSG are over towards the frigid wetland, ice post, ski town. That's an interesting drop point for them. I don't really like that, to be honest. We'll go down to team number 3. These guys are from Latin America. We know them very well. We know all the players in this team very well. But they... they've had an okay performance so far. Ivy, on the other hand, have not had an okay performance. And speaking of performances, I'm gonna go ahead and get this updated on your screen right now, chat. Ferg is scared of sweaty players, says Blue. I'm just not. Honestly, I just be living a good life, bro. I just be living a good life nowadays. I don't really need to play in competitions to get my name out there anymore, which is what I did it for in the past. I just love being part of the community, man. I'm happy to serve and being a contributor with hosting these events. I don't really need to play. All right, it's updated over on TikTok. I'm gonna update it on YouTube. There you go. 31 points is the first place position currently, which is no sleep gamers. So they're in the lead for the first time, I think, ever inside of a qualifier stage. They've got up to position number 1. Marana trying to find one of the players right here. It's low key behind the rock. This should be a easy kill. I remember this part of the map because this is where Akman won one of the matches in a tournament that he won back in 2025. I don't think we'll see too much of Akman anymore in tournaments, as he's kind of retired at this point from playing against the best players on the planet. Which brings up an interesting debate, chat. I would make the debate and the point that the players right now are so much better than the players in early 2025, 2024, 2023, and the whole way back to when this game first came out for Battle Royale. They have never been this good. And not only that, the best players have never been this good, but also there has never been a Philippines roster die at the start of 2 games in a row when they qualified for the last tournament. They died twice in a row, chat. They were the first team to die twice in a row from the Philippines. Eliminated, eradicated, decimated. We'll hop on and see where the other Philippines team is right now, Synergy Gaming. But back to my point, chat. You can talk your trash to me all you want. In fact, I want to see your opinion in the chat, whether you're on YouTube or you're on TikTok. But I'm gonna make the point that the players right now playing in these events are the best players we've ever had in COD Mobile Battle Royale history. All the players that you loved from previous years, whether it be 25, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, doesn't matter. All the players at the top back then are either the same as or worse than the best players of today. Like, these guys are God-gifted talents, especially the ones that make it in to the finals, chat. They are unbelievable. And speaking of something unbelievable, it looks like NSG has actually been eliminated from game number 2 instantly after they won game number 1 and are also top of the leaderboard. So there's going to be a little bit of a leaderboard mixy matchup here. Like I said before, and many times in different tournaments, it's all about consistency. You win one game, die in the next one, you're going to be middle of the pack. So they have definitely lost their number 1 spot. RIP NSG in game number 2, chat. I'm actually curious, where are the boys of Rejects? Ah, they're all beside each other. They lost Soy Topo, but I think that's because he's using a Jackal. He probably died in early on trying to fight for it. I actually have a Coke here, chat. I'm gonna take a little sip while it's cold. Ivy needs to make a serious comeback, ladies and gentlemen. a serious comeback needs to be made by Ivy. That's 2 back-to-back. They're going to need to have 3 games where they dominate if they want to get into the finals. And after such a great performance recently inside of the finals, this is probably the most disappointing thing I've seen out of the Filipino region since before 2026 season started. Oh, they spotted a player right there. Rezox goes down. A player that was so good that some people thought he was cheating at one point inside of the finals. He's eliminated from top die. A player I'm not familiar with whatsoever, but it looks like the Icon boys are coming together here nicely. Not showing his footsteps right beside him. They're going to go up the zip line right above them. Probably wait up there as well for the players to push up. They have SMRSs that they could use. A medic class also that they could use. Remember, nothing's banned in this except teaming up and shotguns. They can use anything else they want. Anything else they want inside of this qualifier.
Your teammate will return to the battle.
Oh, a couple of players over beside them still. Looks like Magma's trying to play a little bit sneaky. That's why they're crouched right here, so they can't see the footsteps. Looks like Yama has unfortunately screwed that over with. He's just running around like a headless chicken. Top die still above along with retired. I don't know if this fight's gonna happen. They already have 5 kills on the board as well. They don't have... Oh, there we go. Rezox is back. So now they have 4 players alive. He can give some comms, some call out to where they're at. He could land in a building that's high up. That's exactly what he's going to do. And before he can even hear them landing, they're going to pinch them. That's exactly what they're going to go. This pinch is going to come through, and it's going to come through fast. Oh, no! They screwed up the pinch. Oh dear, they should have done something a little bit better than that. Luckily, Magma's able to take down 1 being top die, so they at least get a kill out of it. They should have rushed straight up there. That's exactly what they should do. Retired's gonna have to jump off here. They smoked it as well. What a great smoke. Look at that play. Look at that teamwork. A little bit of a mixed bag there at the start of that push, but they came through strong, able to get another 2 kills from it. And that's the reason we watch teams like Icon, because they just have such great chemistry and teamwork. We'll hop on over to a different team. It looks like Rejected are actually out of game number 2. A lot of the really good teams from the first game are dying very early on, which means other rosters that are up at the tippity top of the leaderboard are going to be able to significantly go past them. Remember, 4 teams go through to the finals from this qualifiers bracket. Right now it would be Team Top 25, the Rejected, Extreme 46, and No Sleep Gaming. But by the end of this game, it's going to be completely different as we hop on board to team number 1. They're getting shot at from the side here. Ooh, they're actually getting shot at from on top of the hill. Looks like there's somebody with already a DLQ Omega Megawatt mag shooting down below. And I think Andrew's also got one of those as well. Not bad. Not bad. 5 rounds, ladies and gentlemen, in the qualifiers. There's 7 rounds in the finals and 5 rounds in the quals of every one of our tournaments, unless I announce something different, which is highly unlikely. Speaking of people who want to be different, it looks like Maruf is still sitting in his freaking jackal going around and killing everyone from the side, bro. Unbelievable. Let's hop on board and see where he's at. Oh my gosh. Picks up 2 right there. Gonna lose his jackal most likely here from the side. This other team should take him down. Wow! They didn't take him down, and now he has refitter, so he's gonna be able to re-heal his jackal without needing to go for a new one. But it looks like he's going to opt to try and kill somebody else beside him. This other team that we spotted out in the open are still there. He's not going to go for them just yet. Wait, that's actually his team! No way! They've dropped him some money? Now he's going to be chilling. Upgrade his class ability, surely? Surely. He doesn't? What did he do? What did he buy? He's got the medic plate carrier, I see. So now he can revive himself, which is also really good. Has a really good landing there from the jackal. Didn't take any damage from that. Its refitter's going to help him out. He's going to be in a good spot here. Gets the jackal off with ease. These guys are getting really good at using jackals now. We'll hop on board to ENL, also known as Enigma. These guys did really well in game number 1, but we haven't seen too much of them for game number 2. I'm assuming that they're going to get some loadouts possibly here. As Maruf picks up another one. His teammates are also doing really well this time alongside him. It's not just him. I've seen a couple of knocks come in. They haven't confirmed the kills just yet, but there is knocks at play here, which he could confirm here with his jackal, if he's able to get the angle right. Angle's coming through. Waiting to spot one of them here. Doesn't see any of them in front of him, surprisingly enough. Jackal, obviously one of the more annoying things to go about. Or to go against, I should say. Takes the car out instantly, gets the kill onto King Farms. That's the 4th kill for the team. And 4 kills from him. So I'm going to go ahead and watch a different team after he goes down one more time with the Jackal here.
Airdrop has been delivered.
He's actually not going for them anymore. He might just be trying to stay alive and provide some air support for the team. Let's hop onto a roster that we're fairly familiar with. We've seen these guys many times in the past. They're known as Red Moon. Back when we first started these tournaments in 2024, this team was actually very good. They made a couple of different team changes along the years, and between me and you, they've kind of fallen off a little bit, so I'd like to see them do better. But as I said at the start of this game, bro, if you're a middle pack of the team, middle pack team in 2024, you're not even close to being a best team in 2026. 2026 has taken things up such a significant level, as now players and teams know that I've committed $120,000, right? So everyone knows that we're doing a bunch of events this year. There's no, oh, will he host another tournament? Will there be another one this month? I confirmed it. We're having tournaments the whole time. So now players know they could do and have a full-time income if they just keep winning events, depending on which country they're from. If they're from a country like the Philippines, they could easily do this as a full-time job, like a 4 Kings main team, if they win the events. So now it seems like a lot more players and teams are taking this way more seriously, which is why you've probably seen a couple of people retire from them, because I don't know if they're willing to put in the time and keep up with the best of the best anymore. I can't throw shade though. I'm in the same boat. I don't think I could play 12, 16 hours a day to keep up with these guys. We'll have to see. Maybe me and Matcha will join. Of course I can't join with Matcha, chat. He's too young. Loading takes down another player right there. Love to see it. They're on 4 eliminations total. They're chilling, but hopping on over to team number 3. This is Kuss roster. They're using SMRSs. These guys have been using SMRSs for many different events. They were actually banned in a lot of our tournaments in the past. Gets the elimination, but it looks like his teammate's actually being killed from loading. Oh my god, again. Shooting from across the map with snipers. We've seen this be happening last game. And now they're going to be doing it in game number 2 here. Senior J also has a sniper. He was known as the best sniper, at least in my opinion, in 2024. For tournaments, he was getting crazy clips. Nowadays, there's so many different amazing snipers inside of the Battle Royale tournaments that it's hard to really pick one. But he's been up there at the tippity top with players like Zluth for a long time. Also loading as well. Can't forget him. Can't forget loading when it comes to snipes. Icons on the other side of the zone for now. As we go in and see where everyone's actually located, Marif's still inside of his Jackal, and it looks like they're actually opting for that strategy that we talked about just moments ago. Marif is just holding above his team with the Jackal. If they find anyone, he has that UAV, the scan, which will allow him to tell his team exactly where they're getting shot from or exactly where the team is. That's why he's just scanning right above them. So they don't need to worry about just a thing. As you can see, he's telling them where they are, so they know they're right on top of this hill. Shot goes down, not able to land it here. The best. Whoop. Clearly not the best sniper, as we've seen some better ones. However, as they're waiting to set up their fight, let's hop on over to Synergy Gaming, the players from the Philippines. One of their players has been knocked here from a snipe on the side. I'm not too sure what team it is, but if I had to guess based off the gray badge, it would be ENL below them. It is ENL. That's going to be Enigma from Latin and North America. They're in a good spot here to do stuff, and it looks like, again, Maruf able to make insane plays for his team. He took down 2 right there. He's got 7 eliminations on the board here, this qualifier already. Jumps on with the Jackal and takes down another player using his gun. A phenomenal job from him with his refitter class ability on. The team he's fighting is actually from Oceania, and they are not having a good tournament so far inside of these qualifiers. He's trying to get away as well with his snowboard. It looks like he'll get out, get his teammate revived up, but 7 kills from one player this early on is kind of insane. Going now over to Enigma. Oh my god, this is where he shot them from? Oh my god, this is where he almost got knocked from! Ain't no way! They're trying to take picks and take trades across the map. Fortunately for both teams, neither of them have lost a player yet. We'll hop on board the loading though, as he's taking down Fury Icons from the side, and he does have the mag that allows the flash to come in, and this is looking like it's going to be a dominant performance here for team number 1 against Icons. Loading takes down another. Kuss goes down. And they're getting third-partied, it seems. Oh, dearie me. Third party's far away. It's going to be the Jackalverse team, but Icon, see you later. Rezok's last alive. He's got a self-revive to use, but I don't think he's going to have the time to use it, as he finally gets eliminated and Icons are out early of game number 2. But don't let that distract you from the fact that Kust and the boys are around there as well, along with that other team known as Jackalverse just below them. They don't have a Jackal anymore, but there's a team rotating in from the side here using a car. They're going to get exploded in record time, I would assume. Shots go down with the AK-117. They're all jumping out. That's a bad place for Andrew to be in. Uses it to his advantage, though. 2 kills instantly for the team, and it looks like a third player is knocked, with a fourth player about to get eliminated as well. One more player here, and it looks like he's just to the left of Loading. Loading hasn't spotted him yet, but surely Zluth or somebody takes him from behind. There we go. Andrew takes him down, and that's 4 free kills going on the side of team number 1. Also known as Top 25. They named themselves after needing to be Top 25 to make it into the finals. Nagdi able to take down Maruf. That is the best player from Jackalverse's team, with 7 total eliminations, getting eradicated out of game number 2. Where are you guys even finding these dudes, man? Where are they even finding them? They're just killing absolutely everyone. This is going to be a 13th kill on the board here. See you later. 13 total eliminations. There comes the 14th. Dude, these guys are actually the best sniping team I've ever seen. Do you see the kill feed? I don't even want to watch anyone else. I just want to see their snipes, because every time I switch to a different player, I miss it. You can even hear all the snipes. You hear the concussion mags? This is unbelievable. Loading able to take down another here. 15 kills on the board for the team. These guys, like I said, best European team inside of these qualifiers. That's the region I was born and raised in. I have, however, moved to the Middle East. It looks like he's pushing this guy 1 NMS from the side. He doesn't jump out just yet. Loading in an interesting situation with the snowboard. I'm surprised he stayed alive that long without even getting shot at. Andrew able to take a player down right below him. There comes the kill, but unfortunately was taken by somebody else. Nagdi has been eliminated. Now they've only got 3 players left, but they have 17 total kills once they confirm this one. On to Cafe. They're gonna need to do that quick, because he's gonna have a self-res. There it is. Kill comes through. Easy peasy. 17 on the board. Only 3 players alive, though. Might be a little bit of a problem going into this late game. It looks like Loading's just beating out shots. So many different players are deciding to shoot straight at him with the Omega Maywalt mags. And keep in mind, he's a really good movement player. Trying to shoot through the wall here. He does have the smoke bomber to see them. Not able to land any of the shots. He's just taking as many shots as he can. And like we've said many times before, you miss 100% of the shots you do not take. Whereas Loading is taking shots you wouldn't even try to take. And that's why he hits more snipes than you per game. And more snipes, it seems, than everyone else inside of this tournament. Gonna go for a little bit of a bait play here, it seems. Ooh, hiding behind the rock instead. I thought he was gonna try and beat out some sniper shots and then turn on him like we've seen previously inside of these tournaments. Just trying to stay alive for now, as it looks like the team below them is rotating into the zone. But let's hop on with the Filipino roster of Synergy Game, and able to take down one over onto Redmond. Now they're all pushing up. It's a full 4-man. We got Seb P and Galong and Heat. They're dying instantly. It looks like the plush has been destroyed here. Galong last alive. He's actually knocked as well. These guys are all knocked outside of the future zone. And just like that, they go from 4 to 0 real quick. As Galong's last alive, I don't think he has what it takes to stay or get into the zone. He's probably just going to die there in a certain place. Not sure where they'll land on this kill feed. Zluth pushing in from the side. He's going to get 2 kills onto the remaining side of Redmond. There's only 4 teams left alive. Unfortunately, Zluth is last alive on his team. Shots go down. Able to take down COD Ninja from Mariana, but that's probably going to be all she wrote for Zluth. They fall in 4th. And now team number 3 have this in the bag easily, as Pingolo dies so far outside the zone. The last player alive. What the hell is even that? No way. Kuss is gonna find him. Kuss is gonna find him and get the kill. Oh, he goes right past him. No, Kuss! Stream sniping, please! He gets him, surely! Let's go! A little bit of a med strat right there from Mariana. And that is why we were questioning whether or not to ban the medic carrier. Because if you have the medic carrier combined with the medic class ability, it might become a med strat tournament for next week. But so far, only one team's really done it. However, I'm going to expect to see it a little bit more often here as we go into the later games, because although me and the team have been discussing it behind the scenes, I don't think a lot of the teams have realized just how good of a strategy that could be. And it's not banned inside of the qualifiers. Who knows if it will be in the finals, but it's not banned here, so they're more than welcome to do it. Going over to the scoreboards, we'll see where everyone actually placed. Damn! 20 eliminations! Oh, these guys are good, man. And they're real good with snipers, too. 20 elims, 4th place there for team number 1. That's going to be Loading, Sleuth, Nagdi, and Andrew. But of course, Kust, Senior J, Bolivia, and Pavas. That Latin America team finish out first with 17 total eliminations. That's going to get them 32 total points, so that's going to skyrocket them up the leaderboard. Marana also had a really good performance there with 18 kills, 2nd place, and a Madstrat finish. Even Maruf's team, they were able to make it into the final zone and finish 3rd without even having the Madstrat. So good job to Maruf for getting those 7 kills. And also his teammate, I believe, the Nugget, for staying alive as long as possible here. That's going to get them some good points. I don't think they'll qualify, but it's still good to see them. Still good to see them do quite well inside of the game. Julio, Yembo, Goncito, and Simple from Enigma getting 5th place, but not that many kills, man. Only 7 kills is quite bad. And then, again, Philippines, man. Philippines, bro. 5 kills in 6th. They could have done so well. They could have won the game. And they threw it by pushing in between 2 different teams and getting shot from the side. Disappointing end to their game. I really thought they had it in the bag there. As soon as I seen that all 4 of them were alive, I was like, thank God. They're going to do something. And then as soon as we went to watch them, Caster Cursed ruined their game and they died instantly. Team 7 is going to be Redmond. They got 10 kills total with the 7th place finish. Not bad, but also not that good either. As we go down the list, you can see Hypno's team there. Team 13 finishing in 10th. They did really bad as well. Icons fell early that game too with a couple of kills. Not a lot to talk about there. As we go further down the list of players, you can see a lot of familiar names like Team 6 that died instantly with 0 points. Not only that, Ivy died with only 2 points. And then you can see NSG. Our previous leaders died with 1 point this game. So they're only going to go up to 32 points, which is actually what Kust's team just got in this singular game. So they're going to get passed up tremendously here by lots of different teams. They're definitely not going to be top 2. They might be top 5, but they're going to fall down probably out of qualification spot just based off their game. That being said, they might keep it just because Soy Topo's team did so bad as well. But we'll have to wait and see as we get ready for game number 3, chat. Remember, this is only a 5-game series, man. There's only 5 games, so every game means a little bit more in the side of the qualifiers, whereas Game 7 series it's all about consistency. But one bad game in a Game 5, it's going to be really tough to come back from that. Not only that, Ivy's had 2 bad games. So if they somehow get top 4, it's going to be a miracle, man. It's going to be an absolute miracle if they're able to get into the top 4 situation. But of course, we'll get into game number 3, chat, in just a moment as we are tallying up the scoreboards of where everyone is. Remember, there's teams from Africa, there's teams from Asia, there's teams from Oceania now, there's teams from Europe, there's teams from Latin America, there's teams from North America, there's teams from the Middle East, there's teams from every single region except Antarctica, which I should probably say, a little disclaimer, there's no teams from Antarctica in these tournaments. Not because, like, I banned them, it's just there's nobody who plays COD Mobile in Antarctica. So there's nobody for us to invite or to submit a team for the qualifiers. But every other region, I mean, they're in here and they're in the qualifiers and they're in the finals. So good luck to all of these guys going into game number 3. My little scrumdiddlyumptious. Your chat froze? Well, make sure to refresh it.
The match is about to start.
Next tournament, no assault rifle tournament. That would be an interesting one. No Philippines, bro? Oh, no, there is. There's Philippine teams in here. I mean, we were just talking about Ivy. That's a Filipino roster, and they qualified for finals last week, and this week they have done terrible. They have done terrible, so it's a yikes situation, chat. A yikes situation for them, unfortunately. Does 4K have a team? Yep, the 4K Overloaded main roster is in the finals already. Somebody just said no guns tournament. Mods, ban them. Also, mods, let's get ready to show the next round of leaderboards, my scrumptiouses. There we go, up on your screen now. For YouTube. TikTok, don't you worry, I'm coming over to you right now to give you that updated scoreboard. And wait, hold on a sec. No, it is right. Okay, it is right. I thought there was a little bit of miscount there, but damn! 57 points! They are so far ahead. 14 points ahead already after 2 games. Looking amazing. Team top 25 are in here as well with 43 points. We've got Morana with 34. No Sleep Gaming dropped significantly, only on 32. They're still in qualification spot. But I mean, damn, bro. They were number 1 by such a big margin, and now they're sitting in 4th place. Disappointing game number 2 for them. Let's hop on over and see Ivy. Keep in mind, they could qualify technically if they have 3 really good games, but they're gonna need 3 really good games, chat. Further down the list, you can see Enigma have caught up to No Sleep Gaming. They're right behind them. The Rejected are in here at top 6. We've got Icons in 7th, Red Moon in 8th. 9th is Jackalverse, which we've seen a lot of because of Marif and his Jackal. And then we've got QTRKF in here at 10th place. I'm sure for the people who are always watching these tournaments, you are starting to see the same names pop up again and again. Not only in the finals, but also in the qualifiers. It seems like now that we're getting into, I guess, year 3 almost of how long we've been doing these tournaments for, that there are players that are just really good all the time. Oh my gosh. Plays come in. This is an Oceania team they're going against here. This might be a full wipe. Last player trying to get out of the situation entirely. Is he going to get out of here? It's Salty trying to make a great escape. Pavas doesn't spot him. Does he get turned on? No! Salty falls and Oceania is out of game number 3. We did a test run for this region with this team, and I mean, it's looking very bad so far. Tough situation for them to be in, not gonna lie. Tough situation indeed. I'd love to see them qualify into the finals, but so far it's not looking that way. Let's hop on over to a Filipino roster again. Ivy, still no kills from game number 3. But it's okay, kinda, not really. If they don't get more kills soon, they're not gonna qualify into the finals. Speaking of people getting kills though, I see Goncito in this kill feed with his entire team. Oh, they've actually landed here again. So these guys, Enigma, have landed here 3 games in a row, and it looks like they're fighting a new team here instead of the old one. Hypno, what? Other's got infinite health. Never mind, he died from behind. He died from the side right there from the teammate Julio. Yembo goes down. Gosito and Julio last alive here. It's a 3v2 situation. They do have an SMRS able to be used here. Gosito needs to land a couple of shots here. Type 19 coming through. Bang! See you later. There is a player above them, though. That guy who they just killed is using a medic, and I think Julio's gonna die here as well. Oh, barely stays alive, Julio. You need to do something here. Oh my god, the guy gets self-revived in front of him. Able to turn on him. Oh my gosh, what a play, Julio! There's no way. There's no way. The Jackal almost griefed him as well, but they stay alive. Who's in the Jackal? Is it Maruf? Yes, it is. Jackal player coming in to try and grief this team. Julio gets out of the situation for now. And Enigma lived to survive another day. Julio with 2 tags back. He's able to get 2 of his teammates back into the action. Goncito's going to be dead for a little bit longer, but that's an amazing play for the boys over of Enigma. Great job from them. Let's hop on to some of the other teams that are up at the tippity top of the leaderboard for now. We have... Oh! Top 25. Hunting down low key yet again. He's been hunted down before. He's getting hunted down again. But unfortunately... Oh! Andrew's able to take him down. I was about to say, unfortunately, it's really hard to kill somebody off of a snowboard, but they managed to do it. 4 eliminations from this game already. They're getting shot from the side here. It looks like a team's over in Dormitory. That's probably going to be a really good team, and it is a really good team. This is Senior J's roster of Kust, Pavas, Bolivia, and there's Senior J over here. One of the best players in 2024. It was arguably, I would say Senior J was a top 5 player on the planet in 2024, for sure. Where he lands currently is up in the air. But according to our MVP results, chat, the current MVP, most valuable player in the world, is G, and he's tied with Layla. Both players reside in the Philippines. If we had that stat tracked from other years, I'm sure Senior J would have been up there in previous years, like 2024 and the start of 2025. But now going into 2026, he's nowhere to be seen. I think because a lot of his teams that he played on disbanded, kind of like Slayer and Lotex. I would make the argument that Slayer's the best player in Europe, for sure. But he's just not had a good team. Him and Lotex as a duo have been finding it really hard to find a stable team environment. So until they find 2 more players to play with every single tournament, it's going to be a tough sell for them to be known as the best players on the planet. NSG still alive. They're good to go into the latter half or mid-tier portion of this game. I would say team number 3 are in a good spot here. 7 kills on the board already. We're not even into the mid-game yet. 21 teams still alive. They're good to go. Yeah, Slayer will be in the finals, chat. Don't worry, you'll see Slayer in the finals. I know a couple of people over on TikTok love to see him. A couple of people love to trash talk him for some reason, but see when the thing comes up about MS, Slayer doesn't even complain. I would say, as far as like winners go, Slayer's arguably, I wouldn't call Slayer humble, but I would call him, he's got sportsmanship. You know, he knows he's one of the best players, right? And I think everyone knows he's one of the best players. But when other players from his region or his team trash talk, he doesn't really get involved in it. At least not anymore. We haven't seen him really pop off in a long time. He's kind of reserved.
Airdrop has been delivered.
And he has been for a long time. Or do you know other players? I'm not going to name anyone, but you know, there's been situations. We try to stay out of it, though.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Speaking of teams who've actually stayed out of it completely, we have another European team here known as Icons. Now, they won a tournament back in 2025, very early on. Whoop, shot goes down with a land at Magma. Maywatt DLQ Mag being used. We've seen him get a couple of snipes in the past. Don't know where he was trying to shoot at right there. I couldn't see nothing. His teammate over here as well. He doesn't have a sniper, though. Does anyone else have a sniper in this team? Nope, but a Tempest is being used. We got one other sniper here. This is a good team they're against, right? Yeah, it's going to be Redmond. These guys got into the finals many different times before. They haven't been into the finals this year just yet, though. Been a disappointing year for them so far. Like I said, the best players in the world in 2025, 2026 are not the best players in the world for 2024, 2025 are not the best players in the world for 2026. As Andrew picks up another one. 10 kills on the board here for team number 1. I actually think that's a real stat. I think Slayer does have the most wins in our tournaments right now. But we didn't track stats like that back then. So I guess this 2026 is our like first official season. Everything else was, I guess, a test run because now we're tracking everyone that plays in the finals. Like absolutely everyone is getting tracked for their stats, for how much they contribute to teams, for how well their team does. Everything is being tracked now. So we'll see where everyone lands going forward. Synergy Gaming still alive, but they haven't really kept up on the leaderboard so far. I see a couple of people want me to watch ZN, known as Zenith. This is Lowtex's team, I believe. He's friends with Zenith and Eternity. These guys haven't really played too well, though, as they're about to get pulled up on here by Ivy. Ivy, a team from the Philippines. They've had a disappointing performance so far in the tournament. They have 0 kills as well, and it looks like they're going down hunting for ZN. Zenith only have 3 players in that car. They could take a little 4v3 situation, and they're actually going to hop out of the car here inside a launch base, I would say. There we go. Everyone hopping out right now. Spotter's going to be used by Licht. Rotating around to the side, other side of this building. They split up tremendously here. This could be an easy pick for Licht. He should have had his gun out right there, and unfortunately he did not. Ivo able to take down one. Ivy now in a good position to wipe the entire squad here as Shadow falls as well. That's going to be Kobe down as alongside that. That's 2 eliminations picked up from the boys. Love to see that from Ivy. Finally getting their name on the board. I believe they only have 1 point going into this game on top of the whole tournament, which has been very bad considering they qualified in the finals. Into the finals last tournament. Straight through these qualifiers. The same qualifiers as always. And this time around, they're doing terrible. The team that's doing good, however, is of course this one. Team number 1. Nagdi loading Sleuth and Andrew. 12 eliminations. We don't need to watch them, but just a little update on them. There's nobody around them, so we'll keep moving on to different teams, but they are doing really well. Another team doing really well here alongside them is team number 3. Bavas able to take down 1 here. There's still 3 alive. It's Topai over on the side as well. Retired further back here. He spotted Topai, gets him down, and now Retired should be the last player alive on the team. He's going to try and get out of here as quick as possible. Not sure if he has a snowboard. I haven't seen him use it. A little bit of a lag there with the wingsuit. Gets into the car. This might be able to get away from him here. Nope, not gonna happen. They're gonna take him down instantly. Oh my god. Followed him down, eradicated him. See you later, alligator. Team number 8 are eliminated. 15 kills on the board here for team number 3. Also known as Extreme 46 X Fury Esports. It's like a mixed match. I think this is the team that rejected the other players. So if we go down to team number 6, this is the team made up of the rejected players from team number 3. Team 6 is known as the Rejected. You can see them on the leaderboard. They're currently 6th place total, whereas Extreme are 1st place. So I guess maybe it's obvious why they are called the Rejected. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see after the 5 games.
Airdrop has been delivered.
However, now let's hop on board to a team that's actually in a fight here. Ivy straight in to another one. They know they need to play well here as a unit, and it's not looking like they are, as they're probably going to die here. Ivo, last alive in the team. He's one shot. He goes down, and I'll see you later. Ivy, arguably the most disappointing Filipino performance we've seen since 2026 started. They are eliminated again out of this game. Riff goes down here from V12 Diesel. Not before he got 5 kills. He could have got a couple of more there in the Jackal, but unfortunately he died. Could have went up to 7. Actually, 8. That was the last guy alive in his team. Diesel was last up. Damn, if only his teammates were around him here to help him out with the Jackal situation. Going over to Enigma, team number 22. These guys are quite an underdog. Quite a dark horse, if I do say so myself. Didn't really think much of them going into this, but they've been performing pretty well. You'll see them on the scoreboard. They're currently 5th. In the leaderboard. They're not near anyone for now, though, so we'll hop on over to Marana, as they are on the leaderboard currently in number 3. Just ahead of one of their rival teams. Just has been spotted here, COD Ninja. Playing a little bit sneaky. Another player from another team playing sneaky here, too. This could be a third-party peek here, as COD Ninja might make himself known. He's been spotted. COD Ninja has to use the defender here, surely. Kust, right beside him, hops into the car, goes out of the car, defender in use. There it goes down, able to get a kill on the Kust, surely, and not comes through, not able to happen. Medic is being used, bang! What a play, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough as he falls. West is outside of the zone as well. He's not going to be able to help him out, and Pingalito is across the map. So that's going to mean that COD Ninja is probably out of the game for the rest of it. Because if anyone tries to go and get that tag, there's 2 different teams there. One of them is going to be Relax. As he goes in and gets a tag from his teammate. He's getting shot from behind here. It's going to be Bolivius. Right behind him. Does he know where he went? Oh, he does. Bolivia knows. Oh. Stays alive for a little bit longer. Could use Spotter here. He is using Spotter. Spotter play comes through. This might actually get a kill onto this player. Shots go down. Kust is weak. Spotter might hit him. Medic goes down as well. Both class abilities being used. Bolivia's going to come in from the side here and take him down, though. There we are, Bolivia. With great chemistry. Able to take down Relax. That is going to be Team Rejected, losing one of their star players. They do have 6 kills. So top, we're trying to make it into the zone. He's found a player right in front of him, not able to land a shot with the sniper. He doesn't have a DLQ Maywa Omega Mag, though. He does have the medic, which means he can stay outside of the zone for a little bit longer. But we'll hop on board with a different team here, as team number 1 have lost a lot of their players. Andrew coming into the fight again, but he has no guns. Loading last alive on the team. And it looks like they were fighting icons just moments ago. This is a bad spot for him to be in. Loading, sees the footsteps, decides to go down. And I'm going to watch Andrew here. I don't want them to stream snipe Loading, as he's in the position where it could actually make a difference. Andrew doesn't have a gun here, however. He just needs to get into the zone. 12 kills on the board. Looking pretty good. I see Sin in a fight, though. I'd love to go on and see what's happening there. Team number 16. A little bit of an awkward one. Seb actually got knocked up on the top. Not sure how that happened. It's going to be Enigma taking them down again. They SMRS the top of that wind turbine and was able to take down one of the players from Sin. Enigma, like I said, a bit of a dark horse team here. Quite the underdogs. We're doing really, really well. SMRS doesn't land. Sin stay alive for a little bit longer, but again, Philippines underperforming inside the qualifiers. They already have a couple of teams in the finals. Keep in mind, the qualifiers pretty much decide where the server goes, so if none of the Filipino teams get in, the server's more than likely going to go to the EU region this time around for the No Shotguns tournament. Icon right in front of them here. Let's hop on board with them, as they have all 4 of their players alive. See what they're up to. Ooh. Nagdi and Zluth are actually on top of the turbine now. Bang, shot goes down. Magma not able to land the shot. Still can't land it, though. So top 1 rejected or dying outside of the zone as well. I'm curious. Oh, they did. Icons left those tags, and it looks like team number 1 were able to get back their entire roster, as loading's gonna fall to Shade outside of the zone. All 4 of the NSG players still up and at him. Looks like they're playing a little bit more passive. A lot of players dying outside the zone this time around, chat. We haven't seen this before inside of the qualifiers. Everyone trying to stay outside the zone for as long as possible, as many teams are feeling the pressure of making it into the finals. Jury's still alive. It looks like Sin P and last alive on his team. He may die here from the side. See you later, Sin P and Alligator. Do they even have any players left alive? No, they do not. Only 1 point on the board here for that Filipino team, and they are getting annihilated. It will be all down to the best teams in Philippines in the finals to really make a case of why that region should win 3 back-to-back tournaments in 2026. They've been spotted. That's going to be Icons right in front of them. NSG. Spot another team. Oh, that's team number 1. They should just call themselves top 1 because that's where they're at. In terms of skill for Europe in this qualifiers, the actual number 1 team is Extreme 46.
Airdrop has been delivered.
As we're going to check them out right here.
I'm hurt.
Whoa, just goes down. And another guy gets killed. Oh, it's actually Kus gets fully eliminated there by the truck. They have 3 players left alive. Bolivia's able to take down 1 here. On to Pro Max. Boom, Tempest shot lands across the map. Shots go down. Oh my god. It looks like we have a Latin America super team on our hands.
Enemy eliminated.
Keep in mind, the remaining players that are not on this roster are called the Rejected, and I think I know why. Oh my god, again? Off the snowboard is crazy. Now he's in a little bit of a pickle here, though, as there's a team right behind him. Can he land it? Yes, he can. Shots go down. Relax gets killed again. Oh! Bolivia takes down one of the players from the Rejected. More players right in front of him. Tempest goes down, able to hit him again. Hypno dying outside the zone. More kills to come. As Senior J, his teammate, is right beside him. Look at this. 25 eliminations. From arguably the best team Latin America has ever seen. Since we started these tournaments almost 2 years ago. They're going in for another fight here. Shots go down, able to land a couple. Bolivia gets a knock. Let's see what he's up to. Pushdown also falls. Oh my god, Diesel's dead as well. This is insane. There he goes. He's literally 1 HP. There's no chance you get out of this. Diesel, I called out your death. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Where is he, Diesel? Diesel, let me see where you're at. Oh my god, how are you still alive? How is he still alive? He should have died ages ago. I thought he already died. 9 kills from them, though, for QTR. Not bad. Boom. Little crack across the map here as Senior J steals the kill onto Nagdi. Boom. Not able to land that shot. I think this is going to be all she wrote for Diesel. There's no way he gets out of this one. Let's hop on board with Senior J and the boys, as they have been having an absolute blast here as a unit. Wow, 151 again. And he has more bullets to go. Boom! Hits 2 and a knock right there. Get shot from the side. Pavas able to get the full kill onto one of the players from Icon, and a couple of more kills go down, and it's going to be NSG with a 3rd party from the side. 8 kills only from them, though. Could throw a couple of nades across the map and get a multi-kill, but they're not going to do so. We'll hop back on board to Senior J, as it looks like Icons have been absolutely dominated towards the end of that game. They came in with 4 players in the zone, and unfortunately, they got cooked. 30 eliminations is a diabolical amount going into the end game here. Only 4 teams left alive. They could end this game with like 32, 33 kills. Tempest could be used here. Not gonna hit just yet. He's gonna reserve this ammo. Surely. There it comes. That should be a free kill for him. He's gonna go outside the zone, use his medic to his advantage. Looks like all of these players are trying to die in the zone instead of getting the kills over onto Senior J's team. Shots go down onto NSG, not able to land it with the Tempest shot. That's gonna be bad for him. The medic goes down, he's gonna get eliminated. Memento Mori shooting in from the side here. That's not gonna be a good spot for him to be in, but I think this is gonna go in the way of NSG. Only 9 kills on the board. Oh, never mind. They're able to pick up 1. Pavas still alive for now. They could come in a comeback streak. Not gonna happen. It looks like NSG are gonna take it with 11 kills on the board. 1 player left alive. I have no idea where he is. There he is, Pavas. 2nd place with 30 total kills. Not bad. Not bad at all. A 30 kill 2nd place performance is gonna take Team Top 25. Wait. It's going to take Extreme 46 the whole way, even further into the lead. There's no way. There's no way. They were already in the lead. Let me pull this up real quick, chatting Tom. 30 kills and a second place finish is going to give them 40 total points, which will put them up to 97 total points. 97 total points is diabolical. Looking down the scoreboard, you can see Andrews, Luth, Loading, and Nagdi died a little bit early on that game, but I mean, they're already in second place, so I don't really see them going down the leaderboard too much. In fact, this is just going to secure their spot in top 2 even more. As we go on and look where NSG finished out, they got 12 total eliminations. Hold on, let me just text somebody out of my chat. He's a hater. I always see him. All right, we got him. Got him! 30 kills is insane, chat. 30 kills is absolutely crazy. Especially in the qualifiers, they've definitely got their way into the finals. I'm confident in saying Extreme from Latin America are going to make it into the finals, chat. There's no way they don't make it in with 97 total points. There's just not a chance. Going down the list, we'll have to see where Marana actually ended up that game. I don't think they did too good. Yeah, there you can see 10th place position. 5 total kills. That's going to give them, what, 6 points? Really not up to much there, chat. Not up to much there at all. No sleep game, and they're going to solidify their spot again. They're winning another game. Game number 3 goes their way. They won game 1 and game 3. Not a bad performance from them. That's not going to get them that many points. We'll get 27. They didn't get a lot of kills, but at least they got the win, so they get a lot of points from that. Maruff and his team able to survive again, this time with 15 kills. These guys are actually doing really, really well. Jackalverse going above all expectations of them. That's going to actually do a good amount of numbers for them. They might even go into like top 6 based off that. As Madnan's about to send me over the scoreboard. Interesting, Madnan. Good for the update of that. Interesting. So, got a little update for you guys. Team number 20 have been banned from the tournament. See you later, Team 20. That was actually the team we were watching get annihilated. Anyway, they were pretty much just farming on team number 20. And I remember seeing Loading's team just farm them out instantly. So not really too much to miss right there, other than a couple of free kills for some of the best teams, but they are out. Jackalverse, on the other hand, they're still here, chat, and I actually kind of want them to make it into the finals so that we can see a lot of people using the Jackal in the finals. It was a good play there by Memento Mori from that team to stay alive as long as he did, because he had the medic perk class ability along with, I believe, the medic carrier, which allowed him to self-revive outside of the zone very late on. I think the medic carrier will be really good, but only in certain situations where you haven't used it before, right? So there's going to be a couple of situations where you'll be able to use it late game, and it will really help your team get some positions on the scoreboard. But if you've used it even once or twice before, it's going to be too long of a self-revive for yourself to really make an impact, because you'll just die outside of the zone anyway. All right, chat, we're getting the scoreboard updated for you guys, and then we'll get into game number 4. Players' teams are ready in the finals. By ban Team 20, they rage quit. Team 20 rage quit out of the tournament, and when you rage quit in the qualifiers, you get banned from future events. That is from the Gospel according to Madnan. He's giving me a little update right there. My scrumptious. A little bit of a rage quit, chat. You know that vibes. Tap, 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 indeed. Also, if you're watching on TikTok, go check out my new TikTok while we wait for the game to get into it, chat. Go check out my new TikTok. I posted yesterday. YouTube, don't worry. I know people watching on YouTube don't really use TikTok, so don't worry about you guys. I know. Don't worry, YouTube. I know. Let's get into game number 4, chat. Use the African team. There's lots of African teams in the tournament. If you rewind my YouTube stream, bro, you can see when I talked about each individual team and where they're from. Oh, we got teams from Philippines, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Middle East. We got teams from all over. Oceania. Always forget Oceania because they're new, but we'll try and get more Oceania teams into new tournaments in the future. Berg, how to participate in the tournament? You just need to submit a team into the qualifiers, man. You need to submit a team into the qualifying stage, which is what these players have done. They're in the qualifiers right now, and the top 4 of them go into the finals. There's 5 total rounds indeed, my. Mods, can you remind people to check my new TikTok? On me Tiki Tuckerton. Oh, it looks like E and L are landing here again. Who's landing with them, though? It's going to be Ivy. Ivy, they've died here twice before, and it looks like they're gonna die here for the third time. Not looking good as they lost a player instantly here. Updated scoreboards will be on your screen in just a second, chat, but we'll keep up to date and watch this fight for now. There we go. YouTube gets it first. TikTok, don't you worry. I'm gonna update it for you as well. There we go. Surprisingly enough, Jackalverse are actually in the running to qualify. I cannot believe that. There's a chance that Jackalverse qualify into the finals of this. That would be such an undercard run. An underdog run, I guess you could say, on this card. Unbelievable. One player left alive for Ivy, and this has been the fall of arguably the best Filipino qualification team we've ever had, is now getting dominated by new rosters.
Fire sale will start in 1 minute.
Enigma have been destroying them. Sad to see, but I mean, that's just what happens. That's just what happens when the qualifiers are as good as the finals in terms of player skill. Oh, speaking of good player skill, however, we're hopping on board to team number 1. Loading, spotted somebody here. SMRS in hand. Not able to land it. Goes for it anyway. Oh my god, he lands it! Desperado was being used. Mods, check his hard drive. Check his hard drive, mods. What was that? A little bit of a bug, but loading gets the kill. 3 on the board for team at top 25. Remember, these guys are second place. Extreme 46 have already confirmed their spot in the finals with 97 points. Team top 25 doing really well here with 61 points. Wouldn't say they've confirmed their spot though. Same with No Sleep Gaming, Jackalverse, Marana, Enigma, Icon, Rejected, QTR, and Vision. Vision making it into the top 10 for the first time so far in this tournament. For the qualifiers of the $10,000 No Shotgun Showdown. Oh my god, you're just so aggressive. Oh my god, so aggressive. Instant kill for Bavastin Senior J. Third party comes in for another player and the team turns on him. Easy peasy for a guy like Senior J. Top 5 player from 2024, trying to make a statement of why he's still top 5 in 2026. As Bolivia takes down another player from the roster. 4 kills on the board for this team. They're already first place in the leaderboards by a lot of points, but they're trying to extend that lead going into game number 4 here. A team that's not, unfortunately, still in the qualification spot is this one, Marana. Now, these guys are 1 point away, almost tied with Jackalverse at 5th place right now. So a little bit of a disappointing game last time has led them to be outside of the top 4. Remember, it's top 4 qualify. A team, any team with gold in their name means they're automatically qualified if they finish in that spot. We do that every single tournament for the leaderboards. In the finals, it's any team with gold gets money. In the qualifiers, it's any team with gold qualifies into the finals. Speaking of teams that haven't qualified yet, though, we've got the Rejected here. Spotting a Jackal, not able to take it down. These guys have been having a little bit of a hard go so far. 30 points for them inside of the tournament off of 3 games. That's only 10 points a game. It's really not that much. Icons as well, also having a tough time here. Spotted C4 over on top of New Vision City. They've lost one of their players being Rezox, but I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back in the action sometime soon. C4 on TikTok. I've never seen this guy on TikTok. I'll be interested to see if he's streaming right now. Qualifiers of the tournament. Anyone is familiar with him, let me know. Yama has spotted him. Shots going down, able to crack him. Magma doesn't spot him just yet. There is a player around him. It's going to be Sweet Dreams. They're trying to... Oh my gosh, the entire French roster is landing on this guy. Shots go down, surely that's it. There we go. C4 eliminated, but not before he gets his teammates revived into the action. So they're still alive for now. Another team that's still alive here is NSG. These guys got a lot of followers on TikTok. They've got 0 kills in this game, though. They are in the top 4. They're sitting at 3rd place. As it seems like team number 1 are still eradicating other rosters. That's Red Moon eliminated as well. How many players do they still have alive? 1 player left. Galactus is last alive on their team. 7 kills on the board by a team that's already number 1 in leaderboards. There goes the last player. Galactus gets eliminated, and Redmen are out. Synergy Gaming also having a tough time today from the Philippines. Only one kill. QTR has been spotted. One of their players gets knocked by a Desperado. Shots go across the map. It looks like the trade comes in. Oceana now getting pinned down
Airdrop incoming.
as well from behind due to Synergy. But it looks like there's only 2 Synergy players left alive. They're getting picked apart by multiple different rosters.
Your teammate will return to the battle.
Seb, I don't see how you get out of this. You're probably gonna die. A disappointing performance has to be said about Hypno, man. Not gonna lie, I know him as being a really good player, so I'm surprised to see him do so bad. So bad inside of this game. And inside of this qualifier stage. It's actually a player that Lotex and Slayer have teamed with in the past. Seeing him perform under where I expect him to is disappointing, to say the least. Speaking of disappointments, though, we got Oceana here. This is the first time an Oceana team has been in the qualifiers with all 4 players from the region. This time around, they only have 2 kills in this game, and to be honest, they haven't really done much inside of the qualifiers so far, so I'm hoping they do something. Speaking of teams who have been up on the tippity top, let's hop on over to ENL, as I see they're in a little bit of a fight between Jackalverse, which is currently 4th. They've lost one of their players, being Yimbo. Looks like they got out of the situation, though, and Maruf is in his Jackal yet again. Where he decides to go is up in air. There's a team over to his left. I don't think he'll decide to go for them, though. Maruf likes to take out teams with his Jackal that are kind of exposed. He doesn't really go for teams that are inside houses. He likes to go for cars. Likes to go for rotators. That's why he's so far outside of the zone here. See, he's trying to hunt for other people, and probably, I would say, he needs to get another Jackal. Not sure how weak this one is, though. Doesn't look weak at all to me, to be honest. I wish there was a way to check while you're spectating someone. There we go. Brand new Jackal. See where his teammates are? Outside of the zone, and outside of the zone. These guys are really far away. Oh my god. At least he has a medic, so Memento Mori's going for the med strat again. That seems to be their play. Marif gets the kill. Memento Mori goes for the med strat. Hop on board with ENL again as Goncito's getting picked here onto Dixie, a player that we've seen in the finals before. 6 eliminations total. They're pushing in, along with Maruf's team. Also in the fray here from Jackalverse. This is actually Ward's roster.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Did he see him? Nope, didn't see him. He's a little bit too far back. We'll hop on over to see what Nagdy's up to here, as he's taking shots across the map over onto NSG, able to take down 1. 8 kills on the board here. Not looking too bad if I do say so myself. They have good loot, but not a loadout drop. As we're going to go back over onto ENLs, they're now in the fight that we were about to watch. War's still alive for a little bit longer. Might be able to take him down here from below. Yep, Yumbo's right below him. I don't think they know that War's sitting here. I don't think they know at all. They're getting DLQ Omega Maywalt magged as well. Oh, they've spotted him with the footsteps there. Yep, there you go. Footsteps is going to get you killed instantly. Not only that, you got Senior J sniping you from across the map. The kill gets stolen though for now. Look how far away this snipe was. Senior J literally took him down from across the planet here. With the kill being stolen, it is unfortunate to say the least. That would have been quite the snipe to see, as he was so far away. These guys have 9 eliminations on the board. They are currently first in the leaderboards. That brings them up to 106 total points. As Bolivia is bringing a car up on tippity top of the mountain. Ooh, Soy Topo up to something.
Enemy eliminated.
Able to get a kill on Mikey. These guys only have 4 eliminations. Rejected are not in the top 4, chat, so kinda bad. Yeah, thank you, Tanzanite. Rashri, keep it up. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Keep that up. We like that. We need that in our lives. Marif still getting picks over here onto Synergy with the Jackal. 3 eliminations so far. These guys are actually up for qualifying. I think if they make it into the finals, they will create chaos going forward. A couple of teams down below them. Let's hop on board with them. It's not these guys. It must be Senior J. There he is, able to take down 1. Bolivia gets 2. They have 12 total eliminations right now. I think ENL might have lost their entire team there. Nope, they have 1 more player still alive, which is great. Keep them in the action. Marif is probably going to die here as well. Jackal still alive somehow. I don't know how. What? Did you just see him evade? I'm sorry, but this guy might be better than Winter at using the Jackal. He evaded the entire team's shots when the Jackal was already one shot.
Teams are eliminated.
There is potential for him to get another Jackal, though. He should probably go for that one. It's just outside the zone over here. You see it, chat. If I was him, I'd probably try and go for it. Now shooting down onto Senior J's team. Can't see them just yet on our screen. He's going to opt to go over to the side. Doesn't want to take that fight close range. Bro. Bro. He gets so close to the floor. Oh my god. Anytime I see him use this, I feel like he's gonna die at any second. And then he always survives. His whole team's dead now, however. Unfortunate. He will have to play for placement and kills now. Keep in mind, they are top 4. I would love to see them actually qualify into the finals, but now he's getting targeted from outside of the zone with an FHJ. That's not good. Let's hop on to the ground teams.
Airdrop incoming.
16 kills here. Oh dear. Oh dear, it's the top of the scoreboard are actually gonna take him out, I think. Yep, it's not looking good. Not able to land it, there we go, comes through. Does he stay alive? Yes, he does. He has it to work with. And now they're gonna rotate into the zone. He won't need to worry about these guys anymore. I think they should leave him behind. 16 kills are gonna bring them up to about 113 points. So really good game from them again. Oh, now going on to teams that are middle of the pack here. Marana, just outside of qualification spot, as it looks like Maruf has taken down Senior J and then he dies. He dies after he took down Senior J. That's such a troll, man. Outside of the zone and everything, dude. 17 kills on the board. We'll hop on to COD Ninjas. He's about to fight another middle of the pack qualifying team. We've got top 25 over on the side of him. They've actually rotated around the other side. They might actually come up against them. Nope. Looking like they're getting a free rotation. Up until now, here they are. They're going right over to them. Oh, they decide and opt to go back the way instead. Probably a smart play if you ask me. Probably a smart play. As they're going into the zone, don't need to take too many fights here. 9 total limbs. They're already top 2. This brings them up to 70 total points. We'll go on over to see where Soy Topo is. With his team, 7 eliminations so far. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. I highly doubt this team stream sniped NSG. I really doubt this team went after them. Really, really doubt it. As they have got their own game to play here. Why would they fight one of the best teams if they're trying to qualify? That doesn't make any sense. Team 7, Icons here from France. Don't see anyone in front of them. Do they have a good spot in zone? They do have a spot in zone, so they're chilling going into the end game here. You can see a lot of teams rotating in late. There's only 2 teams in the zone, and another team from Oceania is rotating in right now. Over on the left side of Icons. Shots of going down. Tangos have been spotted. They're going to get rotated in on from behind, though. That's going to be the Oceania team banned. Oh, dear.
Engaging the enemies.
Oh, my monitor turned off there for a second.
Engaging the enemies. Enemy eliminated.
Are they gonna go for the kills? I didn't get to see what happened there, chat, as I was moving my monitor, but it looks like Razox was able to take down one. There comes another, and Insanity Salty is done as well. These guys got obliterated. Unfortunate situation for them. The whole team dies instantly due to Icon being there waiting for them with the early rotations. Like I've said to you many times before, early rotations was the way I used to win my BR tournaments back in the day. It's been many years now, though. I've turned into an unk since then. And it seems like loading is actually holding Icons outside of the zone. Not only that, there's another team on the left, and that's a team sitting at 5th place position. Sweet Dreams gets knocked outside of the zone from Sleuth. Now loading, going to make a play right here from the side. Smoke Bomber goes down. Shots go in. Sweet Dreams gets fully eliminated. Nagdi also trying to rotate in on this. But honestly, it looks like loading is the only one that's close to the roster. Marana right in front of them. Sleuth gets another. That's going to be onto a different team now. Now in a third-party situation, they could go in and take multiple different kills here from multiple different players. As Magma's getting picked apart here as well. Loading takes down Yuma. Outside of the zone. That should be a free kill for him. There we go. Kill comes through. Zluth's still alive as well. These guys have all 4 of their players up here on a third party. Going outside the zone now. Andrew should be able to pick them apart. Magma falls. Pingalutio also gets turned on here on the side. 2 more free kills come through for top 25. That's their team name, not where they're positioned on the leaderboard. They're actually second on the leaderboard with 13 total eliminations. Now, Synergy Gaming, the last team alive here from the Philippines, as Ivy has been getting dominated inside of this tournament. This is the qualifiers for the $10,000 shotgun showdown. They're going to rotate away from Synergy for now. Marana have 1 player left alive. They know they need to play for placement here as well. 0 kills is going to mean that JackalVerse stay above them on the leaderboards. Which is good for them. Good for them indeed. Would love to see JackalVerse make it into the finals. That would be an underdog story and a half, because all they get kills with is Jackals. Icons are fully eliminated from this game, unfortunately, as well. Team number 18, surprisingly, QTR still alive. And it looks like they're going to rotate in from behind here. On to top 25. Don't think this is a good fight for them to take. I wouldn't take this fight. Hey, you would never see me take a fight against this team. Holy, that is wise. Luth instantly knocks one of them. Shots go down again. He's going to get cracked almost as fast as the other player got knocked. Andrew still pushing up. Loading, going outside of the zone here. Going to get picked apart here, but Brandon gets knocked. What a play from Loading. Distracting. Andrew gets turned on, unfortunately, but Loading does amazing work. Ooh, almost has him, but unfortunately dies outside the zone. Diesel's last alive, and I think he's going to fall as well. There we are. A little bit of a 4v4 action right there, and it's going to go in the way of the team I thought it would, which is team number 1, aka top 25. The team that's currently first on the leaderboards is still alive with 23 eliminations. These guys are making light work of these qualifiers, chat. This is the team that formed the rejected roster. So the best players from those teams teamed up and formed Extreme 46 times Fury. And the teams that got taken out of those rosters formed the rejected, who have all died in this game, unfortunately. Would be good to see them fight each other. Nade comes through, hits Kust. That's going to be a nade from Sluth. Other nade comes through again. Loading, trying to make something work here. He's in a little bit of a pickle between 2 different teams. Sin also alive from the Philippines, doing 360s out in the open because he's got aura like that. Only 4 teams left alive. One of them, I think, is still Marana. It is. He's just trying to stay alive. Doesn't want to take any of these fights. It's a 3v3v3v1. Pro Max trying to get some placement points here as he got 0 kills. His whole team have nothing to help him with. Looks like Loading is in a little bit of a third-party position here, as Synergy are right beside them. Bang, Temper Shot goes down. That's going to be able to kill down Seb. He gets knocked from behind. Bolivia's taking him down, and that's only 1 player left for Sin. Sin still have 1. Promax also still alive here. Promax, what are you going to do in this situation? It looks like Sin's probably going to die first. Never mind, Promax gets killed. And now a 3v3 situation between our number 1 and number 2 teams here. 18 kills on the board for the team that finished in 2nd place so far on the leaderboard. Bang! Hits him through the smoke. Shots go down. Not able to knock him. And another Tempest is coming through. And Loading's going to get knocked instead. They live to fight another day. And it looks like the team who's sitting at the top of the leaderboards is going to take this one. Unless 90 has something to say about it. In a 1v3 situation. It's not looking likely that he could win this. But it is possible. Shots go down. Medic in hand. And that's going to be all she wrote. Team Extreme. With 28 eliminations. And a win. Are going to take game number 4. Almost as many kills as last game. But with that being said, they got 1 more point than last game because of their first place finish. So congratulations to them for basically guaranteeing their qualification based off 2 games. Like, they could have came in and played game 3 and 4, and they would have qualified. Because they would have got, what, like 70 points? Unbelievable. Love to see them all using the same skin as well. Let's pull up that leaderboard. 28 kills and a win is going to guarantee them about 43 points. That's a 43-point performance from the dudes that are already at the top of the scoreboard. 12 kills from Bolivia. Good stuff from him. But obviously, the team that finished second did really well alongside them. That's the team that is second in the leaderboards as well. So it looks like these qualifiers are going in the way of Europe and Latin America. Philippines finishing in third place there, being Synergy Game, and they only got 3 kills in a third place finish. That's disappointing to say the least. As we go further down the scoreboard, you can see Marana are definitely out of the top 4 again, and Jackalverse are going to be a little bit further up that leaderboard. But we need to see where Goncito and his team placed for that round, as they might have got a couple more kills. Yeah, they did. They got 8 kills here, but I don't think that's going to give... Actually, it is. They're going to be neck and neck with Jackalverse. So Enigma and Jackalverse are right beside each other for total kills. We can see Icon finishing in 7th place there. They got a ton of frags too, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for them either. This leaderboard is going to be really close going into the last game. Remember, that was game number 4, chat. Game number 4. Thanks for following everyone, chat. Appreciate you guys. Remember, I don't need to do these qualifiers, chat. I just do them because I love hosting tournaments, and I'm trying to get as much of the community involved as possible. So it's really just, you know, us having fun together, and then the finals is the big thing. The finals is the big day, chat, which will be held next week. It will be next week, Chattington. Next weekend. Ooh, interesting, chat. Getting a couple updates over on Discord about certain situations that will affect our tournaments in the future. Hopefully for the better. I'll go ahead and look down the rest of the leaderboards. You can see NSG, terrible performance. We've got a couple of lovers of that team calling out Stream Sniper for K9 on them. I really don't see that as happening. I think maybe Flixie probably just said that in the heat of the moment. I actually don't know who started that rumor, but as far as we can tell so far, there was no foul play there. They just unfortunately got killed really early on, which is going to make them in the middle of the pack as well. So in my opinion, we got 2 teams that are definitely qualified here. Extreme and Top 25. Every team below them has not qualified. So No Sleep Gaming, Jackalverse, Mariana, Enigma, Icon, Rejected, QTR, Vision. All those teams, those last 2 spots, up for grabs from them. Definitely up for grabs spots from those 2 teams, chat. But we'll get the game number 4 points up on your screen as soon as we can, and we'll get into game 5 as well. Slayer has qualified already along with 4K. Don't worry about those guys, chat. 4K has qualified into the finals. You don't need to worry about them. They're up at the tippity top of the mountain, chat. Up at the tippity top. We're waiting for these guys to review results, and we'll get into the last game. Chattington. Yeah, Senior J has been doing real well. Thanks, Mai. Yeah, check out the new TikTok. Thanks for following everyone and subscribing. Appreciate you guys. Do a top 10 guns in BR. You're probably right, Kith. I should do a top 10 guns BR list. Maybe I'll do it on a short form. Maybe do like a top 5 BR guns list for short form. Ooh, okay, chat. Kenya, Ferg. If you want to enter your team from Kenya, you're more than welcome to do so. If you have a team that you want to enter from that region, by all means, bring them in. I'm trying to get as many different regions and countries as possible. We have a lot of players from Africa, but it's mostly Nigeria that play in the tournaments. I'd love to see more from Ghana. Love to see more from Kenya. Love to see more South African teams. We have 1 South African team in here. But yeah, would love to see more. There are a couple of teams already qualified, chat. Yes, sir. I actually prefer BR right now. I prefer BR over multiplayer currently, and I have done for, I guess, the last year and a half. Let's hop on and see where these guys land. They haven't jumped out yet. This is the last game, chat. We're getting the scoreboard ready for you right now. We'll update it as soon as we can. Let's go. Oh, they still haven't jumped. They're going to go over to Heat. I guess that's to get their snowboard. It looks like Marana are in a fight right here trying to get their qualification spot. Let's hop on board with them.
Enemy eliminated.
They have 3 kills instantly, and that's another team that landed on them as well, over by Ecology Lab. Waiting on the update from the team about the points, chat. It looks like Enigma are also in a fight, so a lot of the teams that were up for grabs to get these final spots are in fights early on. Looks like this is going to be over by Sakura. Ooh, dearie, this is NSG, chat. Looks like the teams are actually fighting each other for those last qualification spots, as a couple of the players are rotating out of that situation entirely. Thanks very much, Kraken, for the money gun, bro. Appreciate you, man. Oh. Lactose. There's 3 different teams here. We've got Redmond, we've got Enigma, and we've got NSG. Other than that, there is another team. Zenith also landed in Sakura. So we have 4 different teams here at least. Oh, there comes a 5th. 5 different teams in and around the Sakura area of the map. NSG getting targeted here heavily by 2 different rosters. It looks like one of them is going to land on him. This might give time for NSG to get out of this situation entirely. Now in a 3v4 situation, it's going to be Red Moon versus the team above them. Oh, a little bit of a movement play coming in right there. Shotgun goes down, not able to land the shot though. Zombie Duck has been spotted as well, but it looks like Galactus is going to take down one. Nope, he misses the shots. That's not looking good. Zephyr also still alive. But these guys are in a tough situation. Hypno going for a 3rd-person angle. A better peek situation here. But it looks like Galactus has thought about that, and he's taking him from the side. Still no knocks from either rosters. Nade comes through, doesn't land it, and it looks like NSG get out of this situation with a couple of their players knocked. Let's hop on board to see if they got them revived. They haven't got them back in the action just yet, but they were very lucky that team came in with the helicopter to keep them alive. As for now, however, chat, let me update this scoreboard so that you can see where everyone is at currently inside of game number 5. This is our final game today, chat. Our final game of a game 5 series. Your game 4 scores. Remember, there's 5 total games in the qualifiers, and then there's 7 in the finals. So right now, Extreme are qualified. Team Top 25 are qualified, and then everyone below that has not made it in yet, because I think any of these guys, if they die early on, other teams will catch up to them, and they will be passed, chat. They will be passed up on. So teams like NSG definitely haven't secured their way. Teams like Ivy are definitely not getting in. They died pretty much 1st or 2nd the entire tournament for this qualifier stage. You go down the list, you can see Icons have made it up quite far. QTR surprisingly have made it up quite far, and Jackalverse unfortunately go out of qualification spot for now, along with Marana. The Rejected are far down there, Enigma are far down, and so are Vision. All the way down on the leaderboards. Chattington for now. Oh, Senior J. I see him in a little bit of a fight here. Let's hop on board with him. They're also still rushing. 7 kills in the board. Already at the start of this game, there's only 20 teams left alive. 4 teams already have been fully eliminated. We haven't seen too much from the African rosters this time around. Hopefully we'll see them more. Going into different qualifiers. There are a few of them in the finals already. But we just haven't seen much from Africa when it comes to Battle Royale Global Esports. Senior J getting callouts from where this last guy on Ivy is. They've basically pinned him down into this house. There's 2 of them, but I don't know where the other guy is. Ah, I see. Licked, gonna die here. See you later. That was an easy kill for Kust. Kurama, last alive in the team. These guys are definitely gonna get eliminated. Senior J is gonna just annihilate him in such a short period of time. It's gonna be hilarious. Trying to run around, use movement to his advantage. It's not really gonna work though, as the other teammates will probably come into him as well, I would assume. I was still alive for longer than I expected, though. Shots go down again. 149 health left. There you go, Ivy. See you later. Worst performance we've seen from them. Oh my god, they're shooting the bodies of the Filipino players. Well, that's going to be a clip, and that's going to cause some controversy, chat, between Philippines and Europe. We'll have to see if these guys can perform well in the finals, too, because goddamn, shitting the Filipino bodies after they died in the final game is diabolical, chat. That is diabolical. Marana finally getting more kills this time around. 6 eliminations on the board. They needed this if they wanted to try and qualify into the finals. They've been having a really bad day today. The last couple of games, they had a decent start, but game 4 and 3 were really not too good for them. Shooting their boxes, chat. Holy. Another disappointing performance team would be this one, the Rejected. I thought they would maybe play with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and perform well, but that's not been the case. Icons also, a qualification is up for grabs from them as they're right outside that top 4 spot in 5th place. Speaking of teams that are barely in, QTR is a team we haven't watched at all.
Airdrop has been delivered.
I believe it's Team 18 is QTR. And we haven't watched them one bit. This entire tournament, we've seen them get kills and we've watched their fights from the other team's perspective, but I mean, damn. We haven't seen them much at all. They just got into the top 4 spots. They're in here at number 4, barely. They might even qualify if they have a good run here in game number 5. Remember, this is the final game. Enigma could also qualify as well. They're only 8 points behind. But it looks like from Team 9 to Team 4, there's only 12 points in it, which is nothing, bro. That's a first place finish difference. First place gives you 15 points. So it's not very different at all. They could easily catch up at any point. The Rejected are in a little bit of a fight here. Let's hop on board with them. I believe that was Soy Topo took down one of the players. Oh, they're over by the Jackal, interestingly enough. That must have been one of the players that were trying to use it. Speaking of the Jackal, though, Marif's already dead. And they might be going out of the running for qualifying into the finals. They're in the top 4 spot just last game, but not anymore. ENL still over by Sakura. They do have 5 eliminations. That's probably one of the most of any team. The only other team with more kills are probably already qualified, which would be team number 3 being Extreme. I mean, most of the teams that I said would qualify are going to qualify. Oh, here comes the roster. This is going to be a team that almost is in. It's QTR. They're going to take this fight against Enigma. Whichever team wins this fight will have a way better chance of qualifying. It looks like Concedo's going to take down the leader of QTR, being 5'11". He's the only player on the team with QTR clan tag in his name. Shots should go down here from multiple different players. Oh, there we go. Concedo was able to take down one. Yumbo decks down the other. And I think that's going to be all she wrote for this roster. As QTR are absolutely dominated on the main stage, only leaving one player alive. Oh dear. That's not a good third party to get yourself involved with, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a good third party at all. As QTR do get fully eliminated. Going up the zip line here for now. Simple stays alive. They don't jump on him just yet, but they're going to jump on his teammate Julio. Julio, you're dead instantly. This is bad for them. QTR eliminated, which means they're out of the running to qualify as they had 53 points. I think other teams are going to catch up to them going into the latter half of this game, but it really depends which teams stay alive. And one of the teams that are staying alive is this Enigma roster. 9 kills on the board for them. They just need qualification points, but they could get targeted here very easily by the top team being Extreme 46. Not only targeted by them, but it looks like a Jackal's targeting him as well. Concedo stays alive to fight another day. Yimbo goes down, though. As we're going to hop on board with Senior J. We'll see where he got knocked. Ooh, he's very far away. That gives them time, though, to get away, which is good. That gives them some time to work with. Enigma lived to fight for a little bit longer here. And also, Extreme 46 have 12 total eliminations. They might end this tournament with like 170, 180 points, which is crazy. For a 5-game series, we're used to seeing teams finish off with about 100 points, 20 points a series, but this is insane work. Ruff used a Jackal to get a kill, but now he's out of it. Yimbo comes back as well. They're alive. Anyone who's a fan of ENL, anyone who's a fan of Concedo, Julio, Yimbo, and Simple, they're alive with all 4 players up, and it looks like they're going to be fighting the Filipino team, Synergy Gaming. Seb out in the open here. Could get killed. Picks up a gun. It's going to be an RPD. Enigma deciding whether they want to fight this or not. They get a knock on to Galong. Now it's a fight that they could take. 3v4 situation. Shots go down again. RPD in hand. Got a good skin for it as well. Seb out in the open. He does have a Desperado. This is bad. Desperados can kill people instantly. Galong can't get revived here either because he's on top of the roof. So they knocked him instantly and he can't even get res. We got a Desperado 3v4 situation from Enigma. This should be a fight that they can take and win. If they go over on the left side of the house right there, they should be able to get the kills, but it doesn't look like they're going to do it. They're playing a little bit too passive here, if you ask me. They could have got Galong here very easily. Ooh, Novagas able to take down a bunch of damage. Ooh, come on. Oh my god, through the wall lands the shotgun. Cedo. Not able to get a second one, though. They get the kill. 10 total eliminations on the board. Trying to get a couple of more shots through that wall. Looks like the pinch could come through here. SMRS in hand. Not going to land that shot. What's the team that's coming from behind? Please tell me it's not the number 1 team. That's exactly who it is, chat. So this third party could come in at any moment. Yembo up in the tippity top. Could use an SMRS to his advantage. Lands, but only for 28 damage. Needs to get a good shot on here to get the knock. Puts down another one. Able to land it over onto Pin. Going for the full kill here. Throws a nade across the map. Don't know what nade it was. Didn't get time to see it. But he's going to go for the full push here. He's going to go up by himself. Aggressive play indeed. Nade comes down, but not able to get it. There's the Desperado. Desperado comes in. He needs to jump out at the exact perfect time. Able to jump out. Rewind play. Comes through, but now the number 1 team inside of the tournament is getting taken down from behind as Yimbo is able to take down one onto Bolivia. Number one team in the tournament still have 3 players left alive. Yimbo's going to get knocked from the side of Synergy. Gonzito's still alive here for now, but the Desperado's in play. And it looks like that helicopter gets eradicated from the side. One of the players are above him here. Loading. We've got the top 2 teams in the tournament around this area of the map. If I was Gonzito and ENL, I would be getting out of here as fast as possible. They could get in to the finals based off this game, and this is not a fight you want to take between the 2 number 1 and number 2 teams inside of the tournament. For that reason, let's hop on board with NSG as they're also up for contention when it comes to qualifying into the finals, chat. 5 kills on the board here. They're not anywhere close beside anyone. In fact, they're actually pretty far away. They should be able to survive here for quite some time. Let's go down and check out what Rejected are up to, as they seem to be in a little bit of a fight. Horus Prime over to the left and a number 1 Prime over to the right. Tempest comes down, able to land it. Shots go down once more. Not able to land anymore. Custom M4 is being used by Soy Topo, which is interesting. I wouldn't really use this gun that much in BR, but hold on a second. I think I see ENL Enigma in a fight again. Simple. Julio, last alive on the team. 11 kills on the board. They need to get their teammates back into the action. They don't want to take that fight, though. They have 11 kills. All they would really need is a good placement, and they could qualify into the finals, which will be held next week, chat. All they need is a little bit of momentum here to stay alive. A couple of kills going in different teams. A clear track to get into the zone. And they could qualify, as they're currently in 8th place, but they were only 8 points behind the number 4 team. We'll go down the list and see where other people are. Maruf from Jackal Universe or Jackalverse is dead as well. These guys are having a disappointing match here towards the end of this qualifiers. Team number 1 and team number 3 are not having a disappointing performance, as they're able to take down 2 here onto Azures.
Enemy down.
See you later, Alligator. War gets eliminated along with his teammate. At 7 kills for the boys of Europe. The boys of Germany. They're going down to team 3 now. Julio has been spotted by the team at the top of the leaderboards. ENL just trying to stay alive. Not sure if he got his tags back. I think he got one of them back, right? There we go. Yimbo back in the action. He's going to come through. Not sure about Goncito, though. He might still be out for now. Next zone's quite far away from them as well, and it's out in the open, so they need numbers to make it work. Don't know if this is the rotational play here, if I do say so myself, as they're going to rotate right into the number 1 team in the tournament. Yep, I can literally see them on top of that. That's not good at all. Oh, dearie me. They get Gonzito's tag, but at what cost? Able to stay alive a little bit longer? Lovely. Let's hop on board with them. They're going to rotate away from them. Looks like ENL Enigma got lucky. Loading's on top of that hill. Let's hop on and see if we can get any angles on team number 3. The number 1 team inside of the tournament so far. Nagdy's going to come back through the revive flight. 7 kills on the board here from top 25. They're going further into the zone. They're going to stay alive as well. Looks like the number 1 and 2 team are not going to fight each other just yet. But teams that are fighting each other are going to be NSG. I just seen them fighting right there, and it looks like they're fighting the team that were stream sniping them potentially. Nothing confirmed on our end, and nothing confirmed by anyone at the admin team, but an SMRS in hand here could come out. Oh, he should have used it. He absolutely should have used it right there. He would have got a triple kill if he was able to land that shot, but unfortunately NSG may die early here, as they've already lost one of their players. Oh, trades are coming through. Medic is really helping them out, but I don't think it's going to be enough for now. Another knock comes through. This is an awkward fight to take, but it's working for them. More players getting eradicated here. Can he land more shots? Dagon not able to do anything just yet. She had barely makes it into the zone. He has smoke bomber in hand. Could use that as well. Move over to the side here. Could get a pick onto Soy Topo. Soy Topo gets eliminated outside of the zone. It looks like third parties are coming through, trying to land some shots on COD. Ninja able to land one. Can he get the kill? No, he cannot. Can get the kill. Oh dear, Dagon, you may have just thrown the tournament. Is that what giving you an extra point? We'll have to see how close this end game is. As Pingalito is outside of the zone, he may die in it if Sheed targets him here. Not going to target him. It looks like somebody else is going to target him instead. And now Dagon is dead outside of the zone. See you later, Alligator. Sheed's still alive for now, trying to play for placement points. They're currently in 12th place. This is a very difficult situation for him and his team to be in. He's going to go in between Synergy Gaming and a couple of other rosters. This is super bad. Looks like NSG may not qualify into the finals here. It's going to be interesting to see where all of the points stack up. We know that QTR performed pretty poorly this game as well. Shots going down. Shade last alive in his team. SMRS, don't know why he's taking the aggressive approach here. Probably should just try and stay alive for as long as possible. Uses a smoke bomber when there's already a smoke bomber there. He's not locked in right now, chat. He is panicking. Shade is panicking. I can already tell the comms are going crazy.
The safe zone is collapsing.
And his mind is racing as there's a player right beside him to his left using a snowboard to get into the zone. It's a player from Rejected. SMRS goes down. And Shade gets off with the lucky break right there, staying alive for a little bit longer. Nade's going to go across the map. Might land on him here. SMRS again lands it. Surely that hit. Outside of the zone is Relax. Shade needs to make sure he doesn't come up behind him and take him down. NSG, you need to stay alive. Shade needs to stay up. Could kill this guy outside the zone here. Not going to be likely as he dies. Oh my god. I'm not sure if NSG have done it, ladies and gentlemen. They may be out. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks like Relax gets targeted instantly after, and this game's probably going to go in the way of our main team, Extreme 46, as they got 15 total kills. They're already qualified into the finals with 140 points. This is going to take them up to close to 170 if they win this match. Teams rotating in from everywhere here. It's going to be Icons. Let's hop on board with them as they are up for qualification spots right here. They've lost one of their players outside of the zone. It's going to be Yama. Can he revive himself? I don't think it's going to be likely. He's going to die here from the side. As Icons still have 3 of their players alive out of the 4. They have 9 kills on the board as well, as there's only 9 teams left available. Get kills on. They're staying alive for a little bit longer here. All 4 of them have actually made it into the zone. Surely Yama stays alive here. He does. They just need to protect them for a little bit longer. Add some kind of flame to the fire here. Distract them a little bit. Smoke them possibly. If I was Yama, I'd be screaming out for a smoke bomber. He's able to make it into the zone, and there we go. Medic play comes through. Staying alive for a little bit longer. Looks like the Oceania player, Salty's rotating past Icons here. Able to stay alive for now. ENL also still have one of their players up with 12 total eliminations, so they could also qualify here. Simple trying to make a name for himself. Oh, another smoke goes down. This is an excellent play here. Just staying outside the zone. He has medic. Does he have medic carrier? He does not have medic carrier. He has the recovery plate carrier, which is not as good. He should just shoot at Kuss, not gonna lie. Yeah, that was a misplay. Simple. Unfortunately, the name that you're making for yourself today, buddy, is the name of a choker. Simple chokes for the team of ENL. It's unlikely that they qualify. Nagdi outside of the zone here. It's the top 2 teams fighting each other at the end of the game, and Nagdi falls to Pro Max. This is a player from Marana. Marana also trying to qualify here at the end of this game. It's a 1v1v1. Bolivia outside the zone barely makes it in. Don't know where the other player is right now. It's a 1v1 situation. Nugget. Oh my god. There's absolutely no way Jackalverse qualifies off this. If he can come down late enough, he could get the last kill, get a 3-kill win, and possibly come in with 18 points. 2 players from this 1v1v1 are up for contention to qualify into the finals here. For a $10,000 shotgun showdown, he's going to go for Bolivia. He went right beside him. Shots go down. Can he take him down? Prone lock! Prone lock comes through! Able to take down Bolivia. Surely you kill him. Oh my god, that was a little bit hectic right there, but he stays alive for now. Nugget with a medic up for grabs. And he gets killed by Pro Max of Marana. 2 teams in the top 3 right there, finishing number 1 and number 2. I have no idea who's going to qualify based off that. I choked from Bolivia with the prone shot, but I must say Nugget choked at the end there. He should have stayed behind the defender with his medic. Medic'd up to full, and he could probably have won that game in its entirety. So a good play, but unfortunately he choked towards the end. 3 kills in a second place is still going to give them, what, 13 points? So that's not going to be too bad, but I don't think that's going to take them into... It's definitely not. Jackalverse are not going to get taken into the top 4 based off that performance, because I think Icon got a bunch of kills there as well, and they're going to go up. So it's going to be between Enigma, Icons, Marana also in there. If I had to guess, I'm guessing Icons. Let's see where NSG is. They got 9 kills. So they go up to 68 total points. I think, let me see how many kills Marana got. 21 in a 3rd place. That, oh my god, that's gonna be close, chat. That's gonna be close. I think Marana Okay, 21 in a third place. That will give them 28 points. That means they're going to be up to 73 points. No Sleep Gaming is going to be on 68 points. What place did they finish? They finished 12th, so they got no placement points for that. So they're at 68. So Marana has taken over them. The question is, where is Icons? Because Icons also had 50 points going into that game. And they had a bunch of kills. So Icons got 4th place. They got let's go see how many kills they got. 12 kills, 4th place. Let me pull up the rules really quick and make sure I check how many points 4th place gets for this. So 4th place gets 5 points. That's going to give them 17, which will bring them up to 67! They're 1 point away from NSG, chat. Icons are 1 point away from NSG. They're on 6-7. Icons are on 68. And the TikTok chat goes wild. This isn't my tournament today, Chime. It's just a qualifier. It's not the actual finals. Don't worry, man. It's not the finals. The finals are next week. All right, there's one other team that is definitely right behind everyone right now, and that's Jackalverse. Or not Jackalverse, sorry. That's Enigma. We already looked at Jackalverse. They don't have what it takes. They're going to finish off their day on like 57 points or something. So that 58 maybe points. ENL, though, also known as Enigma, they finished in 6th, and they got a ton of points too. They got 10 kills, 13 kills, 6th place finish. That's going to give them 3 points. That's going to give them 15 points. I'll be up them up to 60. I think it's going to be No Sleep Gaming, Marana, Extreme, and Top 25. I think that's what the top 4 is. I think Extreme's first. Team Top 25 is second. Marana is third. And I think No Sleep Gaming got in 4th. And I think they beat Icons by 1 point. And I think they got 68 and Icons got 67, chat. I think they got 6-7. I swear they got 6-7, chat. This is going to be close, though. We're getting a little update right now from me, Madnan. So we'll go through the entire list. Celtics. We'll start from top 25 to go the whole way down. So 25th was Celtics, 24th was KR, 23rd was Rogue, 22 was Mixed Intern, 21st place was Prime, 20th place was Go Esports, 19th place was Team Ivy from the Philippines. Terrible performance from them. 18th place was First Place Only. That's just a terrible name for that team. Team Zenith got in at 17th. Team in 16th was Classic Esports. Number 15th was Team Azures. 14th place was Melandros. 13th place was the other Filipino team, Synergy Rising. Team that finished in 12th place was Redmond. They've really fallen off. Team that finished in 11th place is Team Band. Now, those guys were from Oceania, so good job to them for being able to finish top 11. For now, the top 10 are as follows, chat. We'll get the updated scoreboards up on your screen right now. If you're watching over on YouTube, you're probably going to get to see the scoreboard first, as I'll put it on the rules page really quick. And there you go. This is the rule set, but there is the updated tournament. And if you're watching on YouTube short form, here you go. I'll put it up on your screen as well. And now TikTok, you're going to get it also. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There we have it. The qualifiers have been cemented. And by 1 point, literally 1 point, they were able to come home and qualify into the finals. NSG on 68. Icons on 6-7. And NSG go through to the finals, which will be held next week with the biggest and best names in all of Call of Duty Mobile. 168 points from Extreme 46 x Fury Esports. I guess there's a reason they made that new roster. The rejected, the teammates that did not qualify for that tournament for that team also didn't qualify into the finals of this tournament. 168 points is a world record for this season. Top 25 finishing with 111 points, finishing second. Marana finishing third. A big difference between number 1, number 2, and number 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, and the rest of the way down the leaderboard. So the top 2 teams definitely super dominant, especially number 1. Marana barely got in. No Sleep Gaming basically didn't even qualify. I mean, they got 68 points. They just got in. And then the team that didn't get in is Icon with 67. Enigma almost qualified as well, along with Jackalverse, and QTR dying early that game cemented themselves as not qualifying into the finals, chat. With that being said, thanks for coming to the qualifications, chatting ton. Remember, follow and subscribe as the finals will be next week, chat. The finals of this tournament will be next week. If you're watching on TikTok, go and watch my brand new TikTok that we posted yesterday. I'd appreciate it. Much love. Also, we'll have a sponsored TikTok sometime very, very soon. So I'm gonna remind you guys about that, and you guys better help it hit 1 million. All right, better help it hit 1 million on TikTok. I'm relying on you guys to help it out, bro. All right, I'm relying on you guys to help me out here. That being said, make sure to live your life with purpose. Do something that will help you mentally, physically, financially with the rest of your day. I hope to see you back here again when I stream very, very soon. And you better be there next weekend for the finals of the $10,000 Shotgun Showdown, chat. All right, gamers. I'll see you later, Pookie Bears. Bye, my scrumptious, my scrumptious.